And we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Harrison 101 back at it with a not so brand new video for you. It's more of a hangout, really. Due to the overwhelming success of Canada's live stream, which was bonkers, you can still find it further back on the channel if you want to maybe put the live feed on next to what we were watching and just enjoy the carnage, especially in the second half. We thought, let's do it again for Britain. Joined by Ryan King, who was unfortunately missed out on around the corner last night, and an old friend Scott Woodwis. You may have seen him on Apex Online Racing and all over the country talking on the national level. It's been a while since we've had him on, so he's only asked about 15 times. But it's good to have him
already, right?
As you do, as you do. Just for the record as well, I'm watching the BBC feed because I haven't got Sky Sports anymore. God damn my parents for cutting money. And I've got King and Woodwis covering the Sky end of things, so prepare for the Hamilton network. As you do. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Feel free to post your comments in the chat below. We'll read some out over the course of the broadcast, I'm sure. Much more than what they do on actual TV, because we're organised like that. Let's hope it's a good one. So, lads, how you doing? How you feeling?
Not too bad.
About 25 minutes to go.
Yeah, I just need a good race today. I just need a little pickup after hearing Mark Cavendish dropping out of the Tour this morning.
Oh boy, yeah, I read that on my app this morning. Yeah, dislocated shoulder for Cavendish. That's
apparently he's gonna need surgery to get it repaired.
Shit, he'll be out for a little while then. Oh dear. Day one, we have a tour. Starts in the UK. Has the royal family there to open it. Oh, David Beckham on stream there on the BBC end. David Beckham, Prince Harry, and Sir Jackie, and Sebastian Coe now living it up with Eddie Jordan, asking all kinds of difficult questions because that's what Eddie Jordan does. Yeah, this is what I like to call the part of the show I like to call minor celebrities who don't really give a shit about Formula One.
Meanwhile, on the Sky side of things, I've just watched Kimi Räikkönen racing a lawnmower.
Of course. Yeah. That's what we do around here.
And actually, for the record, he won as well. So. And
you'd expect that, wouldn't you? That'd be even more because it's on a race this season.
To be fair, his competition was only Martin Brundle, Anthony Davidson, and Damon Hill. No, Johnny Herbert. Sorry. So.
Yeah, it just gets worse the more you go on about it.
I mean, Kimi could drive anything. Let's be honest here.
Well, he wants to go to he wants to try World Rallycross. That's the next venture that he wants to take. And considering he's already tried rallying, NASCAR, and snowmobiles and jets and things like that, and partying on boats dressed as gorillas, then I guess it really is a case if he'll try anything.
DC and the royal family. It's the best DC has dressed all season, and he still looks terrible. he's got a blue blazer going on there, but with black trousers. It just doesn't work. Yeah, that's my fashion sense kicking in there, everybody. Oh yeah, at least he's got the pink shirt on. I guess that counts. Joe McMillan in the chat, hi Joe, asks, where do you think the Williams and Ferrari will finish? They're going to have a hard time getting through some in the midfield. A lot of cars in that pack are about the same kind of level. I think Alonso will get in the points, for sure.
Yeah, I think Alonso and Bottas will get in the points, but I don't know about the other two.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure about Raikkonen. I think Raikkonen's already thrown in the towel in this season, to be honest.
Well, considering the fact that he's already saying that he might want to leave in 2015, as in retire from Formula One again, then again it wouldn't surprise me if Kimi's effort drops before the end of the season, if it hasn't already. If I'm being honest, I think possibly, no disrespect to any Ferrari fans, but I think probably the Williams cars will make more progress than the Ferraris, purely because I think on outright car pace, I think the Williams have got it better. I think I have to probably agree with Ryan on the fact that if there's one or two Williams, if it's only one or two Williams that's going to start charging up through the field, it's probably going to be more Bottas than Massa. I mean, to be fair, Bottas was the one that got the podium last time out in Austria, and Massa did start from pole position. And whether it was a strategy call, whether or not he just took his tyres a little bit too much, Massa didn't capitalise on the fact that he was on pole position, and it was Bottas that got the podium instead. So I think he's going to make more progress. And again, I have to agree. I think if anyone's going to score points for Ferrari, probably going to be Alonso. Kimi might luck in if results and cars dropping out go his way.
Yeah. Yep. I can't disagree with any of that. Really. There's BBC focusing on Vettel and Rocky, as you do. Miracle he got on the front row yesterday. Good lord. We will take that. Only 1.6 seconds behind Nico Rosberg. Hooray! Worse.
I'm just watching Sergio Perez on the getting interviewed by Martin Brundle on his grid walk, which actually reminds me. Did anyone see the news story about Sergio Perez that he called out Susie Wolf, saying that again, this is Sergio's words that I'm pure repeating, kind of quoting here. Sergio Perez said that that females should stay in the kitchen.
Oh
Yeah,
God! But he
but then he quickly apologized and he talked to Susie and everything.
Susie thankfully has forgiven him for that, basically saying it was all just good-natured banter, to be fair. And she actually said that she actually said herself that when she heard that he'd said that, she was actually in the kitchen cooking dinner. So, not that that makes it any easier, but I think Sergio just engage this before you engage this next time.
Oh, Sergio, you silly man! What are you doing? There's David Coulton now chatting up Tanya from the RTL boys on Germany.
Meanwhile, Brundle chats up Eric Clapton at the
moment. As you do. Once again, BBC's been outmatched. Not for the first time. Luke is in the chat. Hello, Luke. Top 3 prediction. I'm going to say Rosberg, Hamilton. Dare I say it, Seb? For some reason, Daniel Ricciardo's been blessed with all the luck this season. So knowing what's going on with Red Bull this season, all of a sudden Red Bull will have some kind of engine failure with Vettel's car on lap 3, and Ricciardo will have a blistering drive to 3rd place again, and they will talk about how great Ricciardo.
So guys, I'm just watching on the Sky Sports thing. Apparently, Lewis Hamilton has been complaining of an overheating right rear brake. Apparently, according to Ted Kravitz.
Juicy.
Might have to put it down so I can hear it.
One of the chief engineers here, just having a look and discussing it with
Yeah, my man, Mr. Tom97 HD wants to join us for about 20 minutes before the race starts, so I'll get him in real quick. You may have seen him last night and around the corner. Yeah. Well, 1 penalty point cost Team Europe the Around the Corner Ryder Cup last night.
Yeah, America won.
America won 145 to 143. So once I was very disappointed in Team Europe for that one. They had 20 extra points and still couldn't win. Like, jeez.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
The moment the Sky Sports cameraman's having a bit of trouble trying to keep up with Martin at the moment because he's kind of darting around all over the place right now.
As you do.
Yeah, he's currently found Kevin Magnussen. He's going to have a chat with him. So.
I forgot Magnussen was P5.
I completely forgot Hulkenberg was P4.
Yeah. Well, there's BBC. There's David Coulthard with Nicky Lauda. The belly is out in full display. Launch it, my man. Also, good to see you, Tommy. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing really well. I say morning to you and afternoon to you lot, and morning to Ryan.
Yep. Bright and early, 7:30 a.m. over here.
Yeah.
Can you sort me out here?
We salute all your Americans that are dedicated to the show.
Can you sort me out here? Can we drive in?
I'm going to take that a little bit there, Tom, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Who are we going for the win?
Okay, good stuff. Fair enough.
Tom, do you mind turning your stream down a little bit, mate, volume-wise?
Jackie. Right. We got Mr. Mr. Nigel Mansell, we had a quick word.
Also, we've been joined by my brother, my second brother, Ryan Harrison.
Excuse me, it's going to be a fantastic race.
That's Scott Stream, I can hear you all right.
Timmy streaming.
Why be streaming?
Tom, turn yours down.
Hang on a minute, we've got a bit of a fight going on the group there.
We're seeing selfies being taken with Sergio Perez live on air on the BBC side.
That's right. I've just seen Nigel Mansell and Bernie Ecclestone kind of like greet each other and have a bit of a hug. So.
Yeah, Nigel Mansell is the driver of Stewart today.
Oh, that'd be a fun one. This driver's not got a big enough mustache. Just give him a good drop for next race. They're not worthy.
Well, the trouble is, none of them have got a mustache, so everyone's going to get grid drops at that rate.
Oh, bugger. My plan had one fatal flaw. Nathan Green in the chat saying, "Hey Dre, first time I've been able to watch one of your streams live, but I have a question. Will the weather play a part in the race today? And if so, how much?" Well, it looks good weather-wise today. I mean, there's not very many clouds in the air. There's nothing dark on the horizon. It looks pretty good from where I'm standing.
Even I know that with the UK, you just never know what can happen with the weather.
Exactly. Yeah. Even, I was just about to say, even through that, I'm still not sure if that even means anything in this country. But actually, it looks pretty nice out there today. So maybe we'll have a completely dry race. But I have no idea what this country is like. And given the qualifying yesterday, it was raining on and off every 10-15 minutes. So who knows what will happen on this one. Yeah, British National Anthem taking place right now. Got 15 minutes to race start. Big walks are over. Focus on Sergio Perez there, biting his lip, thinking, please don't make me ask any questions about Susie Wolff again.
Susie Wolff, a.k.a. future BBC correspondent.
Well,
Yeah.
just listen to Hamilton's team radio.
Yeah, they hang on. Pass it on when you get a chance, Scott.
Yeah, Hamilton said a lot of smoke on the right rear brake.
Yeah, they just showed that on the BBC end. They just showed that on the BBC end. They just showed them coming out of the pit lane for the parade lap, and there was a lot of smoke coming off the rear brake.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's one of them days again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like either Lewis is not going to be able to finish the Grand Prix, or he's going to be way off the pace because he's going to be one break short.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem a lot of the time.
Oh, there's a conspiracy.
Of course, they favour Rosberg, German driver, German team, and all that.
What do you look on the brake and Lewis radio that was?
He isn't better than Hamilton, but that's besides the point.
It's a little bit off to the right of the grid, but it's not an issue.
Paddy Lowe's just said he just got a little. He's talking with Ted Kravitz now. Just said he just got the brakes a little bit too hot, but according to Paddy, it's not an issue. So apparently, he just got them overheated a little bit. But apart from that, seems like everything seems to be okay from Paddy Lowe's point of view.
Yay!
It's Lewis Hamilton. He's always got this. Same way he had it in Canada when he got the brakes under control.
What about a contra strategy? Is it possible to
Hamilton overcooks everything. Median
I'm actually tempted to hang out this stream.
Yeah, we're real mature in this chat, everybody. We're real mature.
So I want to try and find the stream because I'm tempted to stay in it.
Up to you, man. Just give you a heads up in advance. You might be a little bit behind the rest of us.
That's fine. I think I might be able. Yesterday I managed to find a stream that was actually bang on target.
Alright, cool. Just giving you a heads up because I know we had Sam NF Gaming in here and he was slipping a little bit. Okay! Oh, hello, Lee McKenzie. I've been doing.
Natalie Pinkham.
Yeah, I'll stick with Natalie Pinkham, thanks.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Lee McKenzie's the classy one. I like that.
As my roommate would say, I want to marry Natalie Pinkham's voice.
You know what? It is very enthusiastic.
I've got a bunch of mates that are actually at Silverstone, and one of them saying a lot of Nico hate coming from the fans.
Really? That's
Oh,
hardly
dear.
surprising. I mean, I remember after Monaco happened, I had about 4 different messages in my Ask FM inbox saying we're all going to boo Nico at the British Grand Prix. What's a 4-letter word beginning with C? And no, it's not crap either. So it wouldn't surprise me. You know, for some reason the Brits are still really bitter against the Germans for no particular reason. I mean, example, look when Vettel retired right on the home grandstand last year. There was loud cheers.
That's painful.
Loud, invisible curse words coming out of my mouth.
It's like, yay! Vettel lost. Another German wins instead.
Oh, good. We'll cheer that one though, because we like Nico. The show needs to pull up again. There's one really good thing about being in this stream right now. I get to avoid Alex Gillen's tweets.
God, we did it.
Because, like, seriously, like, after qualifying yesterday, he pretty much gave him a full psychiatric profile. It was hilarious. Like, oh no, he's not on pole, season over, Rosberg's going to win the title, Hamilton's running away.
Honestly, I think Hamilton's going to pull a Cavendish today. He's going to cave under the pressure and just fail.
Oh dear. You really
What, and injure his leg in the process?
No, well, probably not win, most likely.
He'll be in second. You know, the car's that much better than the rest of the field.
I've got BBC coverage for mine, so let's hope it's all synced up nicely.
It's alright, we've got an even split. We've got Dre and Tom covering BBC, and we've got me and Ryan covering Sky. It's cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Dre, if you're watching BBC, tell me whereabouts you are on the Rosberg hot lap right now, so I know more or less how far
Just coming up towards Maggots now.
And Beckett's.
I'd say I'm about 2 seconds behind, which ain't too bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty great, actually. Yeah.
I'd say, I think he's kicking out onto the hangar straight
Yeah.
now. He's just kicking
Okay, you're about 3 seconds behind. You're not too bad at all there, actually.
out. Not too shabby.
Yeah, that'll do. Listen, when we had Sam on here for Canada, he was about 20 seconds behind on BBC. So that's actually a lot better.
I'm here with full support, and I'm glad
And there's that last sector where all of a sudden everybody gained like 3 seconds.
Amazing.
No, it wasn't that good of a lap, but it was such a slippery condition, and the car was just that much faster than everybody else's.
Behind multiple.
Yeah, but then the track was still really slippery.
Fans will be dying to go well here. It's top 3.
As you can see, I'm just seeing Nigel Mansell giving Lewis Hamilton a rather encouraging earful, whilst he kind of looks like he's kind of like shaking the bottom of his back or something. I don't know what he's doing with that.
Yeah, the Undisputed in the chat. Hi, Undisputed. I wonder who you support with your Alonso avatar there. Asking, will Rosberg get booed if he wins today? Well, I don't think so. I mean, the reaction was largely positive when he won last year, but he probably has pissed off a good chunk of the Hamilton fan base because Hamilton. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
The better question is how much does he get booed by?
There'll be a pocket of boos, yeah, from the the devout Hamilton cult out there, but I don't think it'll be that heavy. I mean, the British guys are largely respectful. Even they forgave Vettel after he came out to the post-race concert, and they were all treated like Vettel completely worked the crowd. It was like, yeah, the guys aren't booing me enough. He turned it into a bit of a pantomime show. Which I thought was fantastic.
To be fair, but Vettel's sense of humour does work for that effect. That if anyone says anything adverse to him, he does take it and work it very well.
Absolutely, yeah, Right, final dramatic intro from BBC before we get the usual.
Andre's Al Lewis.
Oh, shut up. Al Lewis, my arse. I still hate how annoyingly nice that Hamilton helmet is, though. Very nice design. I freaking hate it. I am the official helmet judge of this, obviously. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Your favourite guy has how many 15 helmets per season?
6. He's had 6 different times. He's not won a single Grand Prix this year.
Wait until he starts winning again.
We'll be racking those off quite quickly. Don't worry. Next year.
Like, honestly, you might as well have an Easter Bunny. Just then just find his helmets around his house.
That'd be funny, actually, wouldn't it? Right. Fancy graphics are up. 5 minutes till start. Let's run it down. King, who wins?
Rosberg.
Woodwiss.
I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say Hamilton.
Martinez.
Rosberg.
3-1 and Rosberg in my favour. Ryan?
Hulkenberg.
Ryan's got a pick.
I'll change my prediction. I think Hamilton will win. I think he will. I think he'll make his way through. I think he will.
We have 2 Rosberg, 2 Hamilton, and 1 Hulkenberg. Okay.
I have a feeling, you know.
You're just a hipster, Ryan. You know that, right?
I'm proud.
Do you know, actually, do you know what? He should be feeling quite hopeful for Hulkenberg, because I was actually Natty Pinker was interviewing Vijay Mallya, and he said that apparently Nico said to him, effectively, he's definitely at least going for a podium, because he thought, well, if he wasn't going for a podium, if he went for a podium, there's no point in starting from 4th position. So, effectively, he's feeling ambitious. He wants to do well, and I think with 4th, to be fair, with all the kind of praise, all the kind of the plaudits that Hulkenberg gets on social media, as was pointed out last night, then I think possibly he could surprise and grab a podium, but it all depends on how the race plays out for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's under a little bit of pressure because Perez is coming off 2 very strong drives in the last 2 rounds in Canada and Canada before the crash, obviously, and Austria where he came from 16th to finish 6th. So he's coming off 2 very strong drives as well. That elusive Hulkenberg first podium still hasn't happened yet. So, I mean, Force India have a podium, but it came from the guy that nobody expected it to come from. So it's one of those things. I call it the Hulkenberg complex, where Hulkenberg will always give you a 7 out of 10 race. Perez swings between a 5 and a 9 at any given Grand Prix.
I told you so.
Shut up, Ryan. You'll be hearing a lot of this tonight, I'm telling you.
This is great banter.
It really is.
I was going to say one thing about, I was watching around the corner last night about the whole kind of talking about Hulkenberg thing. Is anyone else a little bit bored of people saying, oh, Hulkenberg should be in a top car? Hello, he's in a Force India, he's 4th on the grid.
Yeah.
Is that not a top car?
It's already a pretty good car, yeah. I mean, I kind of...
I mean,
I also
I think it's the fact that Force India isn't like a prestige name on the grid. It isn't a Ferrari or a Mercedes.
Yeah.
There's always that belief that if he goes to a good team, he'll make it good again.
Yeah.
Massa 15th, Alonso 16th, Chilton 17th post-penalty for changing his gearbox, Raikkonen there in 18th. This should be fun. I'm going to enjoy seeing how those guys go through the back, because Gutierrez had to take a 10-place grid drop for changing his engine, I think it was, or something like that.
10? Or I think it was 5.
It was 10, it just said on the screen.
Really?
I think
Pay attention, right?
Any qualify?
I think everyone from 19th upwards should be worried because Maldonado's starting 20th.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
But by the way, just what I bear in mind, I know you've got the world's biggest Felipe Massa fan here. You've also got the world's biggest Maldonado apologist. So it could be a long race.
I bet you anything, if Maldonado caused an accident, Ron would just go, it wasn't his fault, man. He probably will.
Yeah, Maldonado is talented in the same way that Natalie Pinkham is ugly. So, you know, it's one of those things where...
I like that.
I'm not completely buying this.
It'll literally be a case of Ryan going, it wasn't his fault. It goes, Ryan, he literally didn't use his brake and he slammed into 3 cars. I think it might be his fault on this occasion.
It's not his fault. What are you talking about?
Also, want to give a quick mention as well. I've got the Pink for Papa shirt on right now. If you haven't already, go to McLaren shop, pick one up, 20 quid. All goes to the Henry Surtees Foundation, dealing with motorsport related injuries, especially towards the head and brain. If you haven't already, please check it out. It's for a great cause. Cheers. And let's get rid of the rumble.
Actually, I might do that as well because my radio channel on Downforce UK Radio, they actually went ahead and actually broadcast the Henry Surtees karting race live on this Tuesday. So I think it may be fitting for me to go grab one myself. So yeah, I echo what Dre said. go and grab one because it's a very worthy cause. And of course, Henry says he was taken far too soon, as I suppose with John Button as well. So go and support both of them by grabbing one of those T-shirts. Go to the McLaren website and grab one. I'm going to do one as well during or after this race because it's certainly worth it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much there, Scott.
Amen, amen to that.
we have a little bit of AOR royalty in the chat. We have Mr. TRL Rosberg with us watching. Hello there, Adam.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm not surprised his chat in the comment is Rosberg's gonna win.
Yes, he knows. He knows.
Oh. Right, we're off for the warm-up lap.
I don't know why you'd think that. I don't know. There's no possible giveaways to that.
No, never. It's just a really bold statement from the guy on pole who leads the world championship.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's nothing major. It's just usual. No,
He also just says, well, good luck to Jules Bianchi there in P12 representing Marussia. Phenomenal performance from Marussia yesterday.
Who knows? Maybe they'll score points again.
Yeah, well, I said the driving gods. So.
Yeah,
driving.
Well, for those that can't see it, the whole field on medium compound tyres except for the 2 Ferraris.
We said Kimi was qualified ahead of Alonso.
Well, Ferrari got nothing to lose, so.
But yeah, the whole field on mediums except for the 2 Ferraris on the hard compound to start off. As we come through towards the old start-finish straight. There's the World Championship. Rosberg leads by 29 points from Hamilton. Then it's a long way back. 53 points to Daniel Ricciardo in third. 4 ahead of Alonso, who's 19 ahead of Sebastian Vettel, leading the best of the rest, chasing in fifth. Rosberg radio. Did anybody make out what he said on that radio, Rosberg? No? I didn't get that.
I got the radio now, so I'm gonna give it one more little refresh, see if I can catch up slightly.
There's Jensen, a special pink helmet for the weekend. Fantastic design, really is.
Yeah.
Never has pink looked so good. Except when it's on me.
Say that again.
Alright.
Is it me or in this formation app with the field incredibly spread out?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very...
they're really spread out.
A lot of guys taking the time on this one.
Yeah, because the top 10 are not up to that, are not close at all.
Yeah, like, you could still see half the field going through Stowe, and the other guys are coming through the final corner right now. And, Button really back in the pack up there in P3 now.
Let's play how far back he's going forward this race.
Okay,
Right.
so let's have a good one, shall we?
Although it says that Bernie says think before you drive. I said, Bernie, think before you axe Monza off the calendar.
Damn straight. Oh look, there's Goldie. There's Goldie there in the Red Bull garage next to Michael Fassbender. Everybody.
I think the question is how the hell did Gold get into the Red Bull garage?
Yeah, who stuck him in? Goldie and Michael Fassbender right there. That's quite the picture. A lot of smoke coming off the back of the Williams cars as well. Come on, Felipe. There's Ron Dennis. Looking his usual very positive self. Alright, folks.
Here we go.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, absolutely then. So Rosberg and Vettel on the front row. Who's going to grab the victory? Can Hamilton win from 6th? It's all down to the 5 red lights.
Here
A
we
lot of
go.
smoke from one of the Williams. Here they come. Will it be Hamilton from 6th? Or will Rosberg grab another victory? 5 red lights ready to go at Silverstone. Lights out. And we are racing. Decent start also from Rosberg, also from Button. Button's up to 2nd by the time they get to turn 1. And also, Madison up to 3rd. McLaren 2nd and 3rd, and Hamilton's into 5th. So a poor start. I think somebody possibly may have gone off in the background as well. But down towards the first corner. Yellow flags already. Hamilton going around the outside. Then he touches better. He's up the inside into Village. He's into 4th. A great start from Hamilton. And look at one of the Toro Rossos in there as well. Great, fantastic stuff off the line. But Rosberg leads. They come onto the Wellington straight for the first time.
Oh, Ferrari gone wide! Ferrari gone very wide!
Here's Kimi.
That's Kimi. Oh, carnage!
Whoa! Joe!
Oh, and the Williams is out as well!
My God!
Safety car deployed!
If that's Massa, I will kill something.
My God!
Dear.
Ferrari pit crew,
wow.
Ferrari pit crew immediately out. That's Felipe Massa out! Not again!
It's
That man's
Did
like
Kimi just
absolutely
rejoin? play aggressively or something.
And he's just nudged his own.
Still running. He can still keep
God.
going. I guess.
I seriously hope Kimmy's all right.
Yeah, Kimmy took a big one upon that one. Boy, I hope Kimmy's okay.
I seriously hope he's okay.
Massa's still running. He must have just lost the time.
Let's do the right thing. Let's not presume anything at this point. Let's just wait until the marshals do anything. Let's not presume he's hurt. Let's not presume he's fine, because the best thing to do is keep it in the metal. Let's just wait and see what happens.
I think he's getting out there. I thought I just saw.
Oh boy, that's Massa on his rim going around still. That's going to be fixable. Raikkonen's okay. He's out.
Oh, thank good. At least he's out.
He's got a limp on him.
That's the main thing. Thank God.
I think he's largely okay. He's struggling to walk on his own power, but that could have been a hell of a lot worse, quite frankly.
He might just be winded. He might not, because he took a fairly hefty whack into the bridge. Massa's team radio.
I don't know what happened there. Is that because when he rejoined or something?
Red flag.
Red flag. Red flag. Red flag.
Have we got a spare car?
Wow, I think that's our first red flag of the season during the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I think it might be actually, yeah.
Looks like we're going to see a standing restart, guys.
Well, does that mean they restart with the exact same grid they had before?
That's why standing restarts. I'll start next season.
Yeah, this is a preview to what standing restarts are going to be like.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, red flags have standing restarts.
Yeah, true.
Oh, so Raikkonen spins it, puts a wheel on the grass, and he completely loses it, and Massa has to adjust himself, and he gets walloped by it on the way back.
Pillock.
Oh dear.
Bianchi's up to P10.
Now, that was a snap reaction from Massa, because I'm watching his onboard. He was stuck behind one of the cage rooms. You can see it happening in front of him. Oh, Kimi took it.
Oh my God!
And then, literally, Massa has to stand on it to try and he slides as a result, and then just his right rear just clips Kimi's.
Well, can they rebuild the car during the red flag? They got time, but I don't know how much.
How the hell are McLaren's 2 and 3 though? What is this? This is Australia all over again.
I think also I was going to say one of the Cajuns got very lucky, but he did just catch his nose. But
yeah, I think that's Kamui Kobayashi back there. Only doing a bit of rallycross and nothing.
Oh yeah, he hit a bump and that just unsettled the car. Oh.
Jesus!
Yeah,
and the impact he took, he didn't actually hit the bridge. He just hit the barrier just before it. But still, it doesn't make it any.
That's an almighty wallop, and that's another miserable race for Kimi Raikkonen this season.
I hope he's only just winded. I mean, Massa's in the pits, and I think that thing's going nowhere. I think because he's probably damaged. He's probably damaged the rim. He's probably damaged the under tray, the suspension. But he's got it on the grid, so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
They're going to have about 10-15 minutes to try and fix that car. Knowing how restarts tend to work.
I think we should put a kettle on.
Yeah. Don't they normally go back in time when there's a red flag 2 laps? So shouldn't it be the same grid we had in qualifying?
Probably not.
I think possibly that's what they're saying, because I've just heard Martin Brundle saying that any good work or bad work anyone's done will be literally undone or all for nothing, and that's one second-hand looking Ferrari.
Yeah. Hey, I'll give you £5 for it. I'll put it in the back garden. I'll use it. My sister can use it.
It would certainly be a talking point at garden parties, wouldn't it? Hey, what's that?
Yeah, how did this Ferrari get here? We created Silverstone.
Max Chilton's Marussia with some damage and a lot of tyre marks as well.
Yep.
In the pit lane.
What?
Sure, got lucky then.
This is a 50-lap race. This should be interesting.
Oh yeah. Whether that's true or not, whatever happens, Hamilton's restarting in 4th place.
Oh great! Just what I wanted to see.
Yay!
After all the craziness from qualifying, it all equals nothing.
Woo! Well, that's a quite cracked front wing on the front of Felipe Massa's car.
Oh, Massa's screwed again.
It was the awful start from Seb, a monster start from Kevin Magnussen. My word! Watching it now on the replay.
Well, he's on the clean side of the track, so of course he got optimum traction anyway, and then I think Lewis did well even though he was. Oh, hold on!
There was already a clash back there. Sergio Perez, I think.
Oh, Sergio.
Yeah, Perez had an awful getaway on the replay, and he's been swamped by everybody. And he goes through, and the caterers are trying to get away around him. And let's have a look on the replay here. One very slow car, and a bit
Look
of
at
a
the
clash.
start that look at the start that the Marussia got as well. I think was that Bianchi possibly. I don't know. One of the two Marussias got a really good start.
Yeah, Bianchi was using P10 now for the restart.
Oh shit! Marussia in the points again, temporarily. Felipe Massa's angle from the crash again, and not the best of starts from Felipe, but he's got around the outside here. And then Raikkonen has to crash, and then it's like, oh shit! And then he still hits the car. That was mayhem. My word. Well, like I said, it's now going to be a 50-lap race. I'm assuming same grid as qualifying. Will they restart it under the safety car?
Nah, I don't see the point.
Don't think so. It'll be another warm-up lap and then they'll go again, right?
They'll send out the safety car to have a track revision inspection, and then they'll obviously go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Restarts on the safety car would only be in the wet weather.
Yeah. To be fair, it's been a while since we've seen a red flag in a race. I've completely forgotten what the procedure was. When was the last one? I think it was Monaco last year with Maldonado and.
So you're used to it now with standing restarts.
Yeah. We're getting a preview. We're getting a preview of this race, aren't we? And Lewis Hamilton under maximum attack mode on Sebastian Vettel for him to turn 3. Round the outside. Oh, clash of wheels as well. Oh, jeez. Hamilton bullying his way through. That's the Hamilton everybody knows and loves, right? No, don't replay Vettel's start. It was trash.
Oh, it's glorious.
Jesus.
At least he hasn't retired.
Look at the bright side. He has a second chance to have a better start.
Yeah, I guess so, right? Loving the art.
It's like pushing the flashback button on F1.
Yeah. This week on Grid Also Sport.
Actually, rather than touch wheels, did they touch front wings, Hamilton and Vettel? Because it looked to me from Vettel's point of view that they clashed front wings.
Possibly.
I think they did. Hamilton's front wing is a little bit dented.
It looks like Massa's done. He's out of the car, walking back to the pit lane. It looks like Massa's 200th race is over.
Yeah, I said it. All that running on the rim that would have damaged the under tray, the suspension. That would have damaged all the fuse, the underside of that part of the car. So
yeah,
as sad as it is, unfortunately, it's an incident effectively he did his best to avoid, but unfortunately just couldn't get himself out of, and he's paid the consequence for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, bad luck, Felipe. That's awful luck for Felipe. This season's been very unlucky in general.
Entire career's been lucky in general.
I thought you meant unlucky rather than lucky.
Shut up.
Yeah, they're just checking over Hamilton's front wing right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look and see if there's any damage to it. Couldn't see anything obvious.
Yeah, to
That's
me
a
it seems
big
like
chunk
Vettel and
of wheel.
Hamilton just banged wheels.
Ouch! That's going to take a while to clear up that barrier.
Yep.
Restart under the safety car.
Yeah, they're going to restart under the safety car according to Hulkenberg's team radio. And once again, Felipe's awful season continues.
But I'd love to know why restart the safety car.
Also, Rob Spender looks a lot like Jack Whitehall in that shot.
Yeah, to be honest, they don't have a reason to start behind the safety car.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
no
see
reason
why.
to.
What's the point? I don't get the point in restarting behind the safety car.
Well,
This is what I talk about when I say that they try too much to make you safe. What's the point?
No, I think it's a
a little
political
scratch
thing.
on Sebastian Vettel's car as well in the side pod.
I think they're going to reshuffle the grid as well.
Are they going to reshuffle the grid?
Maybe during the safety car.
Might do. That might be the reason why they're restarting.
That's just going to be confusing as hell trying to reshuffle the grid under a safety car. That's just that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah. Next thing you know, Sergio Perez gets the wrong radio message. All of a sudden, he's on the back of Jules Bianchi's rear wing, which will more likely upset the Scott Woodward Jules Bianchi Association Society.
I'm going to choose to ignore that.
Hey, I'd love to see your reaction in Monaco. That would have been hilarious.
You know, full well, I haven't talked about Joe Bianchi for a year and a half, so.
I'm impressed. I'm proud of you, Scott. Nice to know that Luis Suarez Rehab Club helped you out.
I don't know what Luis Suarez has got to do with it, but.
He needs rehab for fighting. He needed rehab for Jules Bianchi. It all works.
Oh, I'm past that now. I mean, I'm sorry, Jules who? Jules who?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. No, whatever.
Going into Mars Pardo in the chat, grid will start as they were with Hamilton in 4th. Great.
Whoops.
Vettel fell down the order quicker than Alexis Davis went down last night. Great UFC reference there from Savage Trout. God, Ronda Rousey's an animal.
What we also have to remember, of course, and incredible effort for off the start, we've got Button second and Kevin Magnussen third, remember? So we've got, we've got Mercedes, McLaren, Mercedes, so that's the top 4.
Yeah. Sounds very familiar. Just not in the sense you would expect. Is McLaren pretending to be a top-class team again? How cute.
Oh yeah, this morning it was announced that Hugo Boss is leaving McLaren for Mercedes.
Wow.
Ouch.
Damn.
Big Klaus.
That's a kick in the balls.
Yep.
Yeah, McLaren, who have had more title sponsors, or more different temporary sponsors on the side of their car than Vettel's had helmet designs this year. Looks like Chilton's restarting from the pit lane.
Wise move.
That car's in a mess right now, though.
Just Chilton's team ready. Sent to his team. I know we've got 1,000 other things to worry about, but he was talking about his strategy and everything, possibly going, because there's a possibility he thinks rain could be appearing again. So maybe go primes, to go long on primes until the end of the race.
Yeah, race control. Guardrail repair is necessary. Next update in 15 minutes. So we're not racing for at least another 15 minutes.
We'll have an
See, this is what I don't like. Do you think that repair is necessary? It's only a little hole. It's not even like. It's not like,
No.
you know, when Monaco a couple of years ago, where Maldonado crashed into the wall and he brought the barrier with him and it came around across onto the track at the back.
If there's any minute possibility they could hit the guardrail again, you've got to repair it.
Yeah,
they have-
absolutely. I mean, that thing does not look, in my opinion, does not look structurally safe without any kind of repairs to it. So effectively, they cannot take any risks whatsoever. I mean, all it takes is another impact, and then you've got someone going straight through into the catch fencing and then straight into any crowd which is sat there as well. And I don't know about you, but I would not want to take that risk. So however long it takes, doesn't matter. Got to be repaired.
Yeah, and it's going to take a while because they have to cut out that entire piece of Armco and bolt in a new section.
Yeah. Well, I think we should all go out and have an ice cream pack.
We're not going to be racing again for a little while. It's going to be at least another 20 minutes, I reckon.
But looking at the replay again, I don't know what Kimi was trying to do there.
Kobayashi radio. Oh man, it looks worse the more times you see it.
Yeah.
Kobayashi completely calm after seeing two cars hit each other at 170 miles an hour. That Japanese man's got balls of steel. That's already been established from his Sauber days.
To be fair, though, I think Kimi was the one that came off the luckiest from those three, if you can call it luck, because all he damaged was just a small part of his nose section, and that was it.
Yeah, Kobayashi, he's laughing right now outside of the car on the BBC feed right now.
It was him who got it.
Yeah, he's laughing because that could have been him.
Exactly.
On a side note, I do quite like that cap.
That is a nice cap. That is a nice cap. I'm the official hat guy in the F1 community, so it has my official Harrison hat seal of approval.
Like I said last night, wouldn't mind a bit of a change in the K-Room team, maybe a reset, maybe a different livery, change green, change up a bit.
In the chat, we have Eterno UK watching. Hello, my man, Joe. McLaren will be doing a HRT before long as regards to sponsors. And Nathan Bean with a nice little factoid. So I said Nathan Bean with a nice little factoid. The first lap red flag since Monaco 2000, I've been told.
I've just seen on the side of one of the track cleaning things. It even says on the hashtag Keep Fighting Michael. I've just seen it on the side of the track cleaning.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I must admit, unless I can't stand him, Gillen made a great tweet here and he said, if they get local contractors in, we'll be here all week. Am I going to make the joke here of is there any Polish around? We'll fix it in 3 minutes and it'll take 20 quid.
You got local contractors in. Oh, get it done by Thursday for you. What?
Thursday, and I'll charge you 150 quid for the labour.
You mean you've done about 10 quid's worth of work? Yeah, but these guys are on a pension.
Have a chat with Vettel and Rocky on the radio. Like, dude, start better next time, all right?
I think this stream's actually bang on with the BBC one now.
Oh, sweet.
I found one is actually bang on.
Excellent.
I'll tell you when it changes frame picture like to something else. Now,
Go for
it
it.
just changed to the crowd. Yeah, perfect.
And the next one.
Oh,
When it happens. Just tell me when it changes again for you. Now.
oh wait, it froze.
Oh God.
when it comes back, I'll do the next one.
All right. That's Max Chilton there next to the safety car drivers for some reason.
It's like, so, are any of you
it's
guys
like
going to
the-
retire soon?
You can see Max Chilton. He's trying to get a faster ride for 2015.
I think he's fancying us here.
I don't know if you can see this, but Ryan is over here right now, eating a chocolate muffin, consoling himself after another Massa retirement. Poor guy. It's hit him pretty hard. He resorted to comfort eating like the Nutty Professor movie. Let's have a look here.
Okay, well, this part of the race is obvious. Rain, please.
Rainless.
Oh God,
Ren plays.
that might be the only chance the Red Bull has of winning this Grand Prix.
Yeah, if it starts pouring, I'm gonna have to give it to Vettel.
If it rains, I reckon anyone's got a shot.
I was like, did you guys just miss Canada or something when it comes to unpredictable races? Mind you, that was more down to mechanical retirements blowing the field wide open.
I thought I was just wrong as China.
I'll tell you, Bottas there on cam.
How couldn't it have been you for a change?
My brother literally just said, why couldn't it have been you for a change? And there's Nico with his pineapple cubes right now.
No, wait, isn't that potato?
Was it
Yes, potatoes.
Potatoes, of course.
Pineapples, that'd be too normal.
Oh, of course.
Hashtag red flag carbs.
With potatoes. Fun.
They've cut back to a BBC feed. Oh, we got Luca in the house. Oh, that's actually Luca. Sorry, that's actually Emerson Fittipaldi. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Oh,
Wow.
they look similar on the glasses. Fittipaldi in the house. Yes. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. That man should have won way more than 2 world championships. Also, I got a shout out to my man Master Swift in the chat who just goes, F1, height of technology, delaying a race restart for a man with a spanner to replace a big piece of metal. Yeah, sometimes it really is that primitive in this sport.
Massa had a poor start anyway because he couldn't get himself off the line.
The Caterhams, I mean, jeez. 3 guys had awful starts in there.
And thankfully, because everyone else checked up, he was able to catch up pretty quickly.
My brother's now got himself an ice cream to continue his comfort eating.
I deserve this.
Yeah, I just got the word as well. According to Gillen, because there was never a full racing lap completed, they're going to restart under the safety car with qualifying positions.
Okay.
That's alright, Hamilton goes back down to 6th place.
Oh man, they're still replaying the Raikkonen crash. Good lord. And as Scott quite rightly pointed out, fair play to Felipe Massa for avoiding what would have been a colossal T-bone. I passed a video link along on my Twitter page as well. Yeah, okay. Fittipaldi with great insight right now. Saying that the best place to start for a race is 4th, apparently. Just go with that. Can I say, well, this is world-class time filling, by the way, from us. We're going full BBC Canada 2011.
No, seriously, his punditry is as good as his F1 team turned out to be.
Which is still better than Simon Lazenby.
And his performance.
Oh, interview with Master, he looks dejected.
My stream's lagging too much now, I'm falling behind.
Still haven't heard anything on Kimi Raikkonen's condition. Hopefully nothing serious there. If I get anything, I'll let you know.
I've looked into the trends like worldwide, and people are saying maybe slight fracture possible due to the way he's limping. Maybe a possibility.
Alonso just said about that. You'll make sure you not crash into me.
You take out everybody else, so I win the race. Okay? You do this. Yeah, poor start from him though, but obviously he's on the harder tyre, and he's off the racing line as well. So.
Indeed. The savage shout in the chat just goes, I had an hour wait for the British GT race at Snetterton for virtually the same crash. I must carry a curse. Oh dear. That was a long one.
Alonso's. Oh. I think that first part of that move, trying to go around the outside of the Sauber, I think Kimi hit a bump in the middle of.
Yeah, he did.
Middle of that corner, and that's what spat him sideways.
Yeah. Also classy comment from Kimi Raikkonen. First thing he said when he was out of the wreckage was, "Is Felipe okay?" Luckily, he is obviously. So let's hope Kimi's all right more than anything else now. Felipe's still smiling, God bless him. After that one, I don't know how. Actually,
lad.
Hang on. According to the BBC F1 has just tweeted they will start again in the formation they stopped. So it's as you are right now. So Rosberg, Button, Magnussen, Hamilton, Vettel, Hulkenberg.
Oh
well,
God! And
that's kind of contradictory.
And Chilton goes full NASCAR and is under investigation for entering a closed pit lane.
Oh Jesus! Really? Come on, FIA, have a little bit of discretion.
That's Alice Powell on the she's a British Formula 3 driver.
Yep.
And incredibly quick. I actually got to see her race firsthand when I was covering some stuff for Downforce UK Radio when she raced in the F3 Cup there. It's a bit of a one-off, and she won both races. She's a damn fine driver.
Shameless plug.
She's got some really...
Yeah, I got you.
No.
Oh, hey, Fittipaldi, you're sticking around here. I like it.
Why are you here?
My brother was being really cynical about Fittipaldi's presence. like, why are you here? Because trust me, it's better than anything Eddie Jordan's going to say. We'll probably just comment and speculate about, oh, Vettel's going to go to McLaren next year or some shit.
I'll have that to him saying a ton of stuff that I already know, but in a thick Brazilian accent.
Shut up, Ryan.
I can lose easily. No, massive mistake.
Yeah, Zemu Mobo saying, who is in the chat? Yeah, we have Tom97HD, former PlayStation champion and our resident Spaniard. We have Scott Woodwist, he does commentary for Downforce Radio and the Apex Online Racing League as well. He's alongside Matthew Gallagher. We've got to get him on around the corner sometime as well. I've been meaning to do that for ages. And we have Ryan King from the Formula.com and the Finish Line podcast as well. Just to go anyone that's just popped in late, basically, and whatnot. That's who I'm with, and also my brother is kind of around, and he's kind of
extremely salty.
Yeah, it's extremely salty. That was exactly what I was looking for. Yeah.
Marusha just tweeted saying a further 15 minutes until the next restart update as regards will repair continue.
Oh god.
I might just get my sausage and mash.
Yep. Also, we got another famous chat. We got Ian Poulter, the golfer, on Twitter right now. He's taking a selfie of himself and his little man in the Force India garage right now. As we also see Max Chilton by the gate for no particular reason at all.
he's just chilling out. He knows his car's been worked on.
Yeah, that's going to be all over. It's like, it's a red flag and Max Chilton peels into the pit lane. They're just replaying it now on the feed. That's hilarious.
Yeah, Max, I think it's fair to say if everyone else is carrying straight on, that's what you should have done, you donut.
Max Chilton, you wally. What are you doing? Look, this guy's still running out onto the grid.
What is that?
Pit lane.
Yes, mow them all down.
Just a guy waving a massive red flag, and you're like, I'll just go down pit lane. No one will care.
Donuts. That is going.
And look at everyone having to dodge Chilton's car.
I left my sunglasses in the pit lane. Quick, whilst there's a red flag, let me go and grab them.
I'm sponsored. I have to wear them. I'm going to grab a pair of Fernando Alonso's aviators he wears at every Grand Prix.
One of my friends and colleagues from Downforce just put on a little chat thing we got on Facebook. It could be another 30 minutes before we get the restart.
Jesus.
Half an hour.
Well, everybody else would like sticking around and filling some time.
You could probably go up to Silverstone in that time.
Yeah. Say hello to Matty and see how to Matty and Noble who are down there right now. Also, just notice as well, we got Johan Blake in the house as well. Olympic gold and silver medalist from London 2012 in the house. He's in the Mercedes garage right now with Lewis Hamilton.
Boo.
Could have been worse. Maybe not actually. Yeah, another update in 15 minutes regarding the ward, according to Ben Edwards.
Just had David Cross say. Just had David Cross say to Ted Kravitz. He said you've got this sports watch for millions around the world, 120,000 people at the venue watching a few men fix a fence.
Of course, Formula 1, everybody. This is not a good advert for the
progress.
sport.
Progress. They're taking the damaged piece of the barrier out of the barrier.
Yes! Yeah, race control. Turn 1 incident involving Vern and Sergio Perez under investigation. So that first corner incident between Vern and Sergio Perez under investigation now.
I was looking at it, and I think there should be no further action. It's a really complicated one. Thing is, coming to the corner, Vern is wide and he's in the middle, so he's got no reference of braking points around him. So obviously he's got a brake on field, and he doesn't know where Perez is going to brake. So
yeah. I have an update. I have an update on Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi apparently in pain. His heels and hip are hurting. Will be looked at in the medical centre.
You know, right past surgery, take 5 races off.
Stop being so salty.
At least the stewards have all this time to carry out their investigations.
I love the chat go. AH14 Beast goes, "Hi Dre, sorry, just got here. Did I miss your brother crying?" No, you missed him competing. He's already gone for a Magnum and a cupcake as well.
I deserved it.
No, he's doing both at the same time. He's comfort eating and he's crying at the same time.
Yeah.
Speaking of eating, I'm going to take a quick break and grab a sandwich because it's perfect opportunity.
We're not going to be racing for a while if I'm trying.
You guys aren't going anywhere, so.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to miss anything. By the way, shout out to all 23 of you in the chat watching right now, sticking through this. Hopefully we'll do a better job of covering up than Jake Humphrey is right now. Or maybe did during Canada 2011. That's my brother's now starting to do push-ups to burn off that Magnum.
oh, if this race can restart and I got my grub, I might just go watch it. I might go watch the lovely coverage that is got Sky Sports in the front row.
Yeah, might flip over to Wimbledon at this rate. Ryan's gone to the PS4. He's out of here. He's got to continue crying. Let me cry in peace. He says in the background. A man Resvin is just saying, "I need to go to work at 3." Yeah, you're not going to have a full race by 3 o'clock. I guarantee you that. There's Ryan Gooder in here in the chat saying, "I'm watching it. You guys are making it funny." Thanks, Ryan. I'm glad you appreciate that, my man. No further action, by the way, on Vern and Perez. No further action on Vern and Perez.
I did say.
Serban in the chat. Hey, say hi, Serban. Saying hi. Paul Cantave as well. Hi, good to see you, my man. Been enjoying this epic time-filling progress. Also, I loved it in the chat as well. The comment of on Twitter of Maldonado behind Alonso. Please, dear God, no.
Well, please something good happen. Maybe him taking him out might be a good thing.
Another replay of the start from Hamilton's on board. Great start. Jeez. Or even if we looked to wheel going into turn 3. Looks like Scott was also they did bang front wings, but obviously nothing serious. Swift in the chat going, "In before we get shots of the British wildlife. Hashtag look at that, David. Hashtag is that a badger?" God, what caused that slow start? Was it just Renault being herpaderps again? Because if it was, I'm going to stab them. Oh, just more replays of the Raikkonen crash. Good lord.
then he got from Massa. Each time I see it, I realise when he went as Massa spun into him. So he's gone in at a very oblique angle, and then another whack on the front of the chassis on the left.
Hamilton, Button, Magnussen, then Hamilton, Vettel, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, 7th now. Okay. Once again, John Eric Verne has awful luck. Just a dreadful start. And nearly got a penalty for a collision as well. Former F1 Doc Gary Hartstein just tweeted, the medical centre has ordered several litres of Häagen-Dazs macadamia nut brittle. This would be to minimise the swelling of Kimmy's ankle.
Don't forget the 2 liters of Smirnoff vodka to dull the pain.
Of course. Drive-through penalty for Max Chilton, entering the pit lane after the race was suspended.
Why? There's no need for it. He's going to finish off anyway.
You don't enter a closed pit lane. That's so unsafe.
Formula One for many, many years. Hey Dre, who do you think will win the race? From Hamish. Still plumping on Nico Rosberg, even though Lewis Hamilton's chances suddenly doubled. Now he's in 4th rather than 6th. And that's an interesting point as well from Master Swift as well. I don't think we've actually seen one angle of Raikkonen's point of view from the crash. It's all come from Felipe Massa. Interesting. Also, got to bear in mind as well. I don't think it will actually happen, but we do have a 4-hour limit.
2-hour limit. 2-hour limit.
Is it? Hang on. Is it 4 regardless? And I don't think red flag time counts, does it?
A 2-hour race has to be completed within a 4-hour time limit.
Yeah. Just thought I'd point that out, given the fact that at the wall right now there is 1 British guy working and there is 4 guys sitting there tutting, so it's very
Little do they know, over 1 million people are probably watching them right now.
Several million, and that's just in this country alone.
Yeah.
At least 5 million are watching this right now.
All with the same thought. Get on with it!
There's Jules Bianchi on the grid. Up to 10th place now after the red flag. And he's a banana, because who doesn't love that?
Racist.
And now to Bottas! Sitting down and watching time go by.
The superior Williams driver.
Oh. You do realize my brother's in the room right now, don't you? There's Magnussen back in the very lonely McLaren garage right now. There's literally nobody anywhere near him right now. Magnussen, we're going to call him Kevin No Mates from here on in. Hey, Magnussen.
I'd like to direct your attention to Twitter to Tim McMurdoch's most recent tweet.
F1 problems. Waiting for the race to restart.
We're getting old here. Come on, get on with it.
Yeah, you know, Magnussen should get his one and only fan, Fishy Fan 91 down there in the garage because I know he's down there for the Grand Prix this weekend. Shout out to my man, the Fish. Hopefully, be watching this after he gets home. Because I know a lot of people did actually. I know a lot of people actually, even after we did the stream for Canada, ended up watching it anyway, just for hilarity.
Yeah, just the reaction of that of the crowd.
Oh my god! That moment as part of the Canada stream has gone down in F1 community folklore. just the oh my god that came out of my mouth when Massa and Perez collided on the final lap.
I need to do this.
Also,
Well,
I love that David caught on the commentary. Kevin there sitting with all his friends.
Must be invisible, because I can't see him.
Yeah, I'm watching the most exciting race happening right now. You know, the Tour de France. There's currently a 7-rider breakaway after the first descent.
Oh yeah.
Update the barrier situation. There is a JCB digger.
Jeremy Clarkson's in there right now, controlling it.
The whole Top Gear team are in there.
Yeah.
Like, so
Come on,
Richard makes a mistake and Jeremy's straight in there. Hammond!
And James is trying to redesign the Armco.
Next update at 1:50, guys. Next update in 5 minutes. But yeah, basically, if you can't hear it, Clarkson's in the JCB right now yelling, "Come on, you stupid naggers, fix that stupid Armco." Controversy.
I just heard Martin Brundle say, of all the people, didn't say of all the people, but I think I just heard Martin Brundle say, of all the people, would you believe, that if Kimi can't race, also then the reserve driver is, would you believe, Pedro friggin' De La Rosa.
Yeah, he is still the Ferrari reserve driver.
Pedro De La Rosa, everybody. Yes.
I'm actually done.
Is there no getting rid of this guy?
No. He will stick around. Pedro De La Rosa was in his racing prime when I started watching the sport back in 2000.
I had a videotape of him in 1993 when he was still in Formula 3. I mean, that's how long he's been around. He's been up for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
He's like, I think like 41 or something, or 42 now.
Yep. A couple of comments in the chat. Paul Cannon saying, I watched that, oh my god, times 10. Yeah, I told you, it's quite epic. If you want to find it, go to the Canadian Grand Prix stream, and I think it's about the 3-hour and 8-minute mark, I've been told. So, if you want to find it, just saying, it's quite hilarious from what I've been told. Also, Charlie Price asking, are you watching BBC or Sky? Both, actually. We've got both streams covered here. We've got me and Tom watching on the BBC side, and we have Mr. King and Mr. Woodwist on here watching the Sky end. So we got every base covered.
We got them.
Just need someone listening to 5 Live and you've got the whole set.
Yep.
Yeah, we got this, boys.
Also, Sniff Petrol and apparently Jeremy Clarkson are tweeting each other right now saying, Sniff Petrol apparently said, we've had a look at your barrier and we can't do anything till Monday. Sorry, mate, supply's closed today. Sunday, innit? Clarkson responded saying, the presenters are all marooned in a restaurant. Race not on Italian TV for some reason. Keep us posted with details. Sniff Petrol responded, don't worry, race cancelled, replaced with minor civil engineering, live from Northamptonshire. So that's what's going on right now as we all fill a little bit of time, as all the drivers seem to be taking a lunch break.
That's true.
Where's some potatoes at? I need Mercedes catering. Apparently it's top class.
Yeah, at a price everyone can afford.
Of course, £20 for a chicken drumstick.
For some reason, Crofty and Brundle are talking about sausages.
Oh god!
Oh god!
Oh look, interview of Anthony Hamilton.
Are they infused with Hamilton flavour sausages?
Look at the back of someone's head and someone's ear. Apparently, it's Jude Law's head and ear. Apparently.
Hey,
it
Law's
is.
head and ear, everybody. Still trying to fuck Sienna Miller.
He's talking to. It looks. I thought he was talking to David Coulthard. No, they can't be because he's commentating. So it looks like it was just somebody that looked like David Coulthard, but actually isn't.
It's fake.
Like, Oh yeah, Jude Law was at Wimbledon earlier this week, and he was talking to Bear Grylls' wife.
I
Bear
saw the
Grylls
picture. I saw the picture. He's like adjusting his collar, saying, "I've just," as if he was saying, "I've just lost my wife."
Yeah, Jude Laws is going to work his fiendish charm on that woman.
I've lost my wife, and not in a geographical sense.
Oh dear. Mikey D in the chat going, Pedro de la Rosa, at least it's not Luca Bedoa.
That's a fair point. I remember him in 09.
Apparently,
Oh, God.
a Red Bull update. Apparently, Ricardo's had an MG UK change apparently on his car, some like one of the engine recovery unit things or whatever it is. He's had some kind of change on his car.
Okay.
Will that be a penalty, or will that be a penalty for the next race? I mean, he could potentially serve it now.
Well, aren't you allowed to change your car on the grid? So technically that shouldn't be a change, should it?
No, I think you can change tyres and that's it. On the grid, I do believe.
What's going on with that?
Because they don't have a spare car.
They have got one. I was listening to this on Friday practice.
Wow.
They have got a spare car. It's just not built.
They decided to tell us that the next update's going to be at 10 to 2, only to use that update to tell us there's going to be another update in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Really? Really?
Formula 1 management logic.
You got us anticipating for 5 minutes, just tell us another update saying, oh yeah, wait another 5 minutes. What is this? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I think I'm done.
Yes. What's in the chat just goes, Hamilton sausages, best served with salt.
Oh.
Yeah. Seasoned with a nice taste of Ryan.
I'm just looking at on my Facebook feed. One of my friends in the contact, Mark Werrell, he put on his Facebook, wow, that was a big hit for Kimi. Please, he's okay though. No doubt he'll be bruised and sore. Now time for the commentary team to pad whilst the barriers are repaired. And on one of the comments, one of his friends just put in the comments, as if it's a bit of a conversation, he's put, hello, is that toaster carriageway repairs? You can't do anything for a couple of hours. Oh, that'll have to do.
Oh, dear.
Since we have the time, I'm going to comment. The Grid Girls had some nice dresses today, but they had nothing on the Austrian girls.
No. No. Natalie Pinkham in that Austrian dress. Good lord.
Yeah. Speaking of Felipe
Massa showed the world.
Race will be resumed at 5 minutes past 2.
Hey!
It's finished. Never so many people around the world cheered the fact that a barrier's just finished being repaired.
Hell yeah! Look at the craftsmanship. So we're underway again in 13 minutes' time. Good people of the chat, thank you for your patience. 25 of you still with us despite how horrendous time padding. So thank you. Your patience has been much rewarded, I hope. Yeah, race resumed as confirmed. Yeah, at 5 minutes past the hour. So. Oh look, Claire Williams interview on the BBC side. Ryan King prepared to go a little bit crazy.
Who is masturbation?
we all know that Ryan King is a big admirer of Claire Williams.
And
it's for our engineering brain, obviously.
no, it's a person.
Yeah.
Also, there's a good picture from the F1 Times on Twitter, looking like Fernando Alonso may have jumped the start, but seems to have got away with it.
Who's surprised it's Alonso?
I mean, the same thing happened in the GP2 race today. I forgot who rolled off the start before the lights went out.
Yep, so yeah, I've retweeted it if you guys want to see it on my timeline, at Harrison101HD on Twitter. All of a sudden, because of all those crashes now, Valtteri Bottas is now already in the points in 9th place.
Damn.
Yeah, but aren't they going to go back to their original start position?
No, Skyfun already tweeted that they're starting where they stopped. So what you see right now is what you get.
That's alright.
So it looks like Valtteri Bottas is the big winner in this one. Fernando Alonso's already up to 13th place now as well. So he's already up 3 places, but Bottas is already up to 9th, so that he's the big winner from all this. As Marco Makakenchi does just the Heimlich maneuver on Fernando Alonso. Marco, it's a family show.
Oh.
10 minutes to go till the race restart, everybody. And Nicky Lauda in the house on the BBC coverage. Please, swear on the broadcast, Nicky. Please, please, please. If Gerald Berger can do it, you can too. Yep, Nicky Lauda pretty much saying what everyone else is saying. Rules are stupid and overcomplicated.
In the chat, I put a message. That's Neymar's injury. He's broken back.
Yeah, I saw about it. I saw that in the chat. The vertebra injury he's got. Nasty.
What, Neymar?
I want to go. Because I got food, so I want to go watch in the front room. Which, unfortunately, I want to watch Sky F1, so I'll be back after the race or so, or see you next time on ADT or whatever. So yeah, guys.
Alright, pleasure, Tom. Take care, mate.
No, man. Take care.
Also saying update on Kimi Räikkönen according to Build. Left ankle heavily bruised, but no broken bones. Manager said should be okay for Hockenheim. So Räikkönen bruised, a little bit battered, but okay.
At least we're saved from Pedro de la Rosa.
Oh no, not vote for Pedro.
I'm pretty sure Ferrari would have gotten someone else just in case.
Oh, of course. I'm sure they'd give Jules Bianchi a call and say, look, Mauricio, could you mind borrowing us your driver for a weekend? We'll talk about that too much. There's, we're looking now bedspreading on the floor now. That's, very interesting pose. That was a 1-hour race delay, pretty much. Lord.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, man. I got some water right here. Flavoured water. Pear and elderflower.
It's nice.
I don't even know what elderflower is. Give fancy hipster water.
It's not why people drink so much.
Not bad. Not bad, actually. Bit peary.
That's the point.
I'm not big into pears. Unless they're on Natalie Pinkham's chest. Now, yeah. The Royal Guard is in the house. Nice.
Oh God! Oh, they're playing the Cavendish's crash from yesterday. God.
Oh dear.
I've never seen anyone hit the ground so hard.
They replayed that about 15 times on the news this morning. I'm telling you.
I can't believe he dislocated his shoulder and still considered riding today.
Yeah. Jake Humphrey also showing off on Twitter quite. It's hard to know how to fill these long delays, and he's holding a giant wine glass, red or white. All right. Shite. Humphrey's turned into a right pillock on Twitter after leaving F1 anyway.
Yeah. It seems like he doesn't like the job he has now, and he's just, you know, can't go back.
Yeah, it's like, it can't be helped that you're terrible as a football anchor, Humphrey. I'm sorry. Ben Shepherd ain't got shit on you.
Well, like it's kind of sad when ESPN in the U.S. has better presenters than BT Sport.
Well, that's the competition, really, isn't it? Well, it used to be, because ESPN used to air over here as well, but not anymore. BT Sport pretty much bought all that out. So, yeah, for those of guys that don't know, Humphrey's now doing the BT Sport football coverage, basically, and he's pretty much just he's just a safe face that knows a bit about football, basically, and totally supports Norwich, as you do. Oh, yeah. Go on.
I mean, right now in the U.S., we have, like, Bob Lee, which he's been, like, the presenter for the past 20 years. We have the former U.S. international, Alexi Lawless, and we also have the former German international, Michael Ballack.
Yeah, I heard about it. Apparently Michael Ballack's really good over there.
Yep.
Real shame for Felipe Massa to have to finish the race on his.
Yeah, the restart order, just in case you need a quick reminder: Rosberg, Button, Magnussen, Hamilton, Vettel, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Fiat, Bottas, Bianchi. The top 10 to restart. Let's see how long Bianchi's points will last.
I'll give it 1 corner.
There's a very good chance of winning. I'm sure he's going to try. They have the knife.
Thank you very much for your time.
LAT put a graphic, obviously listening to us in Stevie T's company, and said
I just find it doesn't really make any sense that they're restarting where they stopped, considering that there was never a racing lap completed.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't look as if anything.
The red flag was out way before they crossed the start line.
Arms and missing, steering arms and wishbones missing. So hopefully he's just sort of slapped his feet and ankles against the side of the monocoque and hurt them that way, rather than something coming in and piercing and fracturing and breaking.
There's Felipe Massa now back in the Williams garage, looking a bit miserable.
The nose did its job. The main
It's like all his mates are around him chatting, and he's just sitting there like, why am I here? Also, his watch is friggin' enormous. That Richard Milne is huge. Richard Milne makes good ass watches.
Yeah, Felipe can attest to that.
Mm-hmm. He's sponsored by him, man. Like, I know for a fact that I know my dad's a big watch nut, basically, and he told me the one that Massa was wearing at a Grand Prix one time cost 80 grand under normal circumstances.
Wow.
He gets it for free. It's like when I was at the Formula E launch party last week. Shameless name drop. But when I was up there, Alejandro Agag, the CEO of Formula E, was bragging about how he had an exclusive partnership with Tag Heuer. Basically, like, he was very, very proud of the watch sponsorship they've got, because it's like the watch thing is such a key thing in Formula One, and he said he even referenced the movie Rush as well, talking about the watch sponsorship thing and all that as well. So a lot of people take that very seriously.
So it's not go through a normal procedure of the bike point find and then a launch and all of that, and then go around under the safety car, and after one of that, or rather 3 quarters of that, the safety car will come in. Nico Rosberg, of course, will be then the safety car, and they'll get going, and you can overtake after the safety car.
Actually, on a side note, you mentioned Formula E. There's actually, I'm actually quite intrigued to see how that's going to play out, especially because if you look at the caliber of drivers that are going to be on the grid for this inaugural season, you have to admit you can't not be unimpressed by it, can you?
Yeah, the rookie class has been very good this year for the most part. Daniel Kvyat's been very impressive. Daniel Ricciardo at the top's been terrific. That's what we got. Marcus Ericsson, meh. He's in a catering. What can you really do? The one that I have to question why the article Lee Harrison, why you even hear award goes to Esteban Gutierrez, quite frankly.
Telmex money.
Telmex money.
All very good and valid points, but I was talking about Formula E.
Yeah, he was talking about the Formula E class.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry, my ears were
all very valid points, and I wholeheartedly agree. Genuinely, I do.
But the Formula E lineup is actually very good. I like it. It's a great mix of experience, good names, and younger stars, male and female. as well. So I think there's still, I think, 4 names to be announced. But yeah, the field's looking great. Anthony Felix da Costa, Jarno Trulli, Sam Bird, Jaime Alguersuari, Lucas Di Grassi, Catherine Lega, Michaela Cerruti. I could go on. Yeah, it's a very nice looking field. I must admit, some great talent in there.
Anyway, tyre warmers are off, and we're getting ready for a restart.
Let's do this. Still nothing on Fernando Alonso jumping that start either.
Who cares about Fernando Alonso?
Maybe it was like those overtakes under the red flag yesterday in practice or something. Maybe they just got forgotten.
Okay, we're restarting under the safety car.
Why is that on the safety car anyway?
I don't know, Ryan. I don't know why they're restarting under the safety car. It beats me. Has anyone got the copy of the rule book? I know it's about 3 inches thick, but
I'm pretty sure anything in the rule book is at the discretion of Charlie Whiting.
So this is what confuses me. So if there's a red flag, they'll restart it under the safety car. Yet next year, if there is a yellow flag, a safety car situation, they're going to start another standing start.
Yeah.
Where's the logic in that?
There isn't any.
I mean, under normal red flag circumstances, it's supposed to be a standing restart.
So yeah, what made it different on this occasion?
I think it's because it happened on the first lap. Maybe that's why.
Okay, that's a bit weird.
But that shouldn't make a difference. I mean, even if they took one formation lap just to get back onto the grid, but then line up exactly how they were when the red flag came out. I mean, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to assume safety cars in this lap.
I'd certainly hope so.
Yeah, Vettel and Ricciardo have changed to the hard compound tyre.
Intriguing.
Okay, so the Red Bulls have changed around. That's interesting. And yeah, Romain Grosjean, Jean-Eric Verne, and Perez have also changed to the hards, but Alonso has changed to the mediums. So Alonso switched back to the medium tyre, and Verne, Grosjean, and Perez have gone to the hard compound. So
safety car in this lap.
Safety car in this lap, so Rosberg, take it away.
Yeah.
So here's the question: how long can the McLaren stay up there? This is going to be interesting.
Rosberg's gone already.
Rosberg's gone.
And the McLaren's been caught asleep because Hamilton's right in the back of Magnussen.
Yeah, nice work from Nico.
Yeah, and Lewis certainly wasn't asleep because and this is the thing, because of the fact that Rosberg's already gone, the McLaren's been caught asleep and they're getting bunched up, especially behind Magnussen. Button's gone already, but Magnussen's still asleep, and that's cost Hamilton a decent restart.
Yeah. Hamilton, Vettel, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo are underway again. Lap 3 of 52. 50 to go here, folks. It's now effectively a 50-lap race as we get underway again. Rosberg retained that 1.5-second lead ahead of the 2 McLarens. Then how fast can Hamilton get past these McLarens if they're going to be a threat? We'll find out soon. Remember, no DRS for 2 laps after the restart. We've got some action already here. Valtteri Bottas having a look at Daniel Kvyat, and he's got him.
Alonso making moves also behind. I think that might have been on Gutierrez, I think, up the outside.
Hamilton already having a look at Magnussen.
Come on, nail him into cops. Come on.
No, Hamilton. No, Hamilton. You can't pass him there. Magnussen's gone wide, very wide. Hamilton takes the place.
Put him under pressure. That's what happens when you try and stick it around the outside at cops.
Rookies!
Yeah.
Rookies! So that's cleared Hamilton out of the way, and Vettel's come through as well. In fact, he's gone right down the order, Magnussen. So Hamilton up to 3rd. Actually, no, Magnussen's up to 4th, actually. Sorry, actually, Magnussen's still 4th. It was only lost the 1 place off that move. Bottas having a look at Ricciardo now.
Look at Bottas trying to get around Ricciardo.
And through.
Right
So Bottas up to 7th. Williams on a charge here early on.
On the straight as well. Incredible stuff from Bottas.
No surprises there. That Mercedes-powered Williams there, the fastest cars in the field in a straight line. It's definitely coming through there. So yeah, next up for him is Nico Hulkenberg in 6th position. And look at Alonso here. Alonso already on the back of the Saubers as well. Alonso already making some headway. Trying to get past him. That's Esteban Gutierrez there. No, that's Sittel, actually, sorry. That's the orange helmet, the number 99 of Adrian Sittel. And Jules Bianchi there still as well, as Hamilton now all over the back of Jenson Button. As Ben Edwards has an orgasm over this news. Yep, Hamilton and through, says Lewis Hamilton.
Good move, and he had to make that stick. He had to get that done to try and start chasing after Nico. The quicker he dispatched Button, the quicker he cleared the track. So now
Hamilton's cleared the field as Rosberg went purple, obviously, for the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So now the battle is on between the two Mercedes. Look, Rosberg is gone.
Yeah,
4 seconds up the road.
Country.
But now,
up already.
But now this is the test. Now that Hamilton has clear track, how much can he start eating into that gap, if at all?
Yeah, we'll have to wait out. Alonso now into the points as he passes Adrian Sittel for 10th place. Next up, the almighty threat of Jules Bianchi. As we see a replay of Hamilton's very nice pass there on Jenson Button. No DRS, remember. Just pure upstream and acceleration on the way through. And Bottas clears Nico Hulkenberg for 6th place. He's loving that move around Stowe at the moment. He's gone a bit wide, though, but he's going to make it
locked up. He's just about. What's the gap now? It was 4.9 between Rosberg and Hamilton. What is it this time, now that Hamilton's got clear air?
Now 5 seconds.
Only about a 10th or so. Let's just keep tabs on that and see what happens.
Yep, Vettel pace still competitive there in P5, despite being on the hard compound tyre. He's the next target for Bottas. I wonder if Williams will be able to get past. He's got the space to match the top end guys now, but with Bottas on a charge at the moment. Bianchi's been cleared by Alonso as well. So unfortunately, Murcia now out of the points. Sad face. Keeping an eye on the split as well between the two Mercedes. Only a 10th, still 4.9. As Magnussen and Vettel now, DRS now obviously now enabled as well. So that'll be one to keep an eye on. I don't think Vettel will be making any moves on Magnussen given Renault's dreadful straight end speed. But Hulkenberg in 7th now battling with Daniel Ricciardo. Fernando Alonso once again doing a stellar job in that mediocre Ferrari. It's what Alonso does, everybody.
Constantly keeping tabs are FOM on the gap between Rosberg and Hamilton was 4.9.
Coming through again now.
Let's see, and it's now
5.3.
Ah, come on.
Hamilton's lost 4 temps.
Yeah.
The thing you have to remember also as well is that Hamilton had a car failure in second practice, which basically meant that he got no race running at all. So he's kind of running, in terms of setup, he's always kind of running blind a little bit, and that's not going to favour him at all, of course. But,
if this keeps up, the safety car might have already won Rosberg this race. It's now 5.5 nearly, as Daniel Ricciardo all over the back at Nico Hulkenberg. Shades of Canada, everybody. Forcing you out to troll the field again.
I do genuinely hate to say it as well, but I did hear Martin Brundle say I think on that before. At this point, Vettel has actually one of the slowest cars in the field at the moment, purely because of his pace. Not my words. That was Brundle's.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's on the prime tyre as well. After all, and that's going to be about 8 tenths a lap anyway. It's hardly surprising. Alonso having a look here. There's Daniel Fiat. Good defense from Daniel Fiat there. Runs a bit wide, shuts the door on Alonso. Alonso goes very wide in response. Trying to get the cutback maybe. He's got a good run out of the corner. Alonso coming towards the old start-finish straight now. And he's through. Great move from Alonso. Yep, gap still 5.4 between Rosberg and Hamilton up front. Still 5.4 as they come through sector 2. McLaren holding their own up there in P3 as 3 and 4 as well. Magnussen can't clear Vettel though, but Bottas is now on the back of him.
Here comes Ricciardo.
Ricciardo around the outside. Oh, two of the internet's favourites going head to head right now. Alonso's now right on the edge as well. They're going to go 3 wide into the chicane. And Alonso round the outside. He's made it stick. Brilliant pass from Alonso.
Oh, great move. That's a brilliant move.
Oh, that's a fantastic pass from Fernando Alonso.
A beautiful piece of racecraft from the Ferrari around the outside. Just caught Ricciardo completely unawares. Brilliant stuff. From what I can see, despite, I think, to be fair, even though he's slowly starting to edge away a tiny bit, I think the fact that... oh, hello. 5.2 seconds to gap now.
Was that a Rosberg mistake somewhere that cost him a third of a second, I wonder?
Either that or Hamilton said, right, no more messing around.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, on my live timing screen, I have Hamilton 5.5 seconds back behind Rosberg.
Yeah, but his first sector was the fastest first sector of anyone in the race so far, according to my timing screen.
Yep, went purple.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see when it updates. Personal best. Gap is now
5.2.
5.2. He took literally 0.02 of a second out of Rosberg. All that work, and that's it.
Virtually identical through that sector.
I think the fact
Alonso
that
having a look now at Hulkenberg.
I think the fact that Hamilton's effectively hasn't done hardly any race running because of the car failure he had. The fact that he's still on that kind of pace with Rosberg, that's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it is indeed. 5.5 again, the gap now over the line. Hamilton lost 3 tenths in the final sector. Hulkenberg defending well from Alonso. According to many people, 2 of the best in the field right now. Alonso desperate to find a way around. Hulkenberg playing hardball defense right now. In the battle for 7th. Bottas can't get in Sebastian Vettel's DRS zone for some reason. The Williams seem to have hit the wall in terms of pace.
I think what's incredible, if I look at lap time...
There we go! Alonso under investigation, out of grid position on original start. As he goes outside of Hulkenberg! Oh, what a pass that is!
Got him! Great stuff.
Standing pass from Alonso.
I think I should point out at this point that the 2 Mercedes are the only 2 cars that are running lap times that are sub 1 minute 40, because they're both doing 1 minute 38, I think, at the moment, or whatever that.
Yeah, and everyone else is in the 141s and 142s.
The only other driver that isn't doing that is that third fastest is actually Bottas, 140.814. The rest of them are all running at least 141s, and that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Bottas now getting pretty close to Sebastian Vettel's Red Bull, but not close enough. Then Vettel will get DRS2 off the back of Magnussen's car. Maybe Red Bull's top-speed problem isn't as bad as what we first thought, because Ricciardo was looking a bit gamey on Hulkenberg on the Mercedes-powered cars earlier, so maybe Red Bull have found a little something in their engine speed.
I've just seen something very intriguing on the live little commentary thing on the live timings, that apparently Ferrari has said that Raikkonen's impact into the barrier was a whopping 47 G.
Holy shit!
Yeah, a heavy shunt indeed, it says.
Yeah. That means Raikkonen's body was hitting the wall at about 4 tons of force. That's ridiculous. Yeah, Ricciardo having a look for Hulkenberg again. He's got a nice run on him down towards the Wellington Straight now. He'll get DRS. Hulkenberg's a sitting duck. Has Red Bull got the speed to pass him now? Slipstream and DRS. Ricciardo still hasn't got enough pace to get around him. Well, Hulkenberg's gone a bit wide. Ricciardo trying to go around the long way around. We'll have the better run off the exit. Great fight between Ricciardo and Hulkenberg at the moment. Hulkenberg just got that little bit more top-end speed. Oh, Hulkenberg's got a bit wide there. Gets the way of it. Track extending.
Zero tolerance on that corner and the last corner, remember?
Indeed.
Whether that applies for qualifying, I'm not sure.
This is the best shot Ricciardo's got to pass in him now. Has he got the speed to do it? He's getting very close. He's going to have to go the long way around here.
I won't stop him if he does.
And I think he's got him. I think he's got him back there. He has indeed. Ricardo through on Nico
Good
Hulkenberg.
move.
Around the outside of Stone. Nicely done.
And what's intriguing is watch Alonso. He's already starting to sail up to the back of Bottas and Vettel, so that could be an intriguing fight between the three of them.
Yeah, but he is under investigation still as well, so
Very true.
it might not mean anything. Oh, contact, collision. Hello. Esteban Gutierrez going a bit over the chicane there with Grosjean, I think. Was that contact there?
Yeah.
I wonder. We'll be seeing that on replay. And oh, locked tight. There's some damage on that car. Or is that a lock-up? Lock-up from Gutierrez. Oh, brake. That might be the brakes are gone.
No, or a suspension or something's gone.
Suspension,
Yeah, suspension's gone. Suspension's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
suspension's gone. Yeah, Gutierrez is out.
I think possibly that's. Well, first of all, I think I'd be safe to put my money on the fact that that's Maldonado he's hit.
Yeah,
Second.
That is Maldonado.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
That's revenge. That's revenge.
Oh!
That's revenge. That's revenge for Bahrain.
How's that? Right, he didn't go upside down. What's his radio?
I want you to look at me and say that's Matt Pastel's fault. Go ahead.
No, yeah, that's Gutierrez's fault. To be honest, he's completely misjudged that.
Are you sure it's not
Whoa!
Whoa. But Maldonado is still in the race, so he could still cause an accident.
Of course.
Oh goodness.
Vettel into pit.
Lock up from Bottas. Hamilton's got the gap down to 5 seconds now.
Yeah.
Whatever that's going on with the whole idea of that car, it seems to be that Hamilton just can't take enough time out of him to make a difference. The safety car may have already won this race for Nico Rosberg. We'll have to wait and see. But nice stop from Vettel there, 2.9 on the way out.
It should be a safety because of crane out.
No, it'll be double yellows. Double yellows, Ryan, basically means slow down, be prepared to stop. Basically, I don't think there'll be a safety car for that, but that might just be an undercut attempt from Sebastian Vettel on Kevin Magnussen. But it seems like an undercut attempt from Seb to me. Red Bull are pretty good on the undercut these days. Yeah, still about 5 seconds the gap between the top two. In a race of their own, as usual.
Yeah, my friend and colleague Jake Sanson posted on our little Facebook thing. I said, it looks as though Rosberg's got too much, and he's pretty much said, yeah, afraid so, this is Rosberg's race to lose. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I think I have to agree with him, to be fair.
Me too. I think it seems to be it's only a tenth or two every lap, and it's not consistent with Hamilton.
That said, the gap on that last lap time around, it's now 4.9, so the first time for a while.
A whole tenth.
The Hamilton's got it down to less than 5 seconds. It's 4.8 now.
Here's a replay of Alonso from the start. Oh, hang on, he's overshot it. Yeah, he's definitely overshot it. He's overshot by a good 3 or 4 feet there, I would say at least.
Yeah, I heard Alonso put this in that he not only jumped the stop, but he overshot his his grid slot by about a few meters or so.
Maldonado and Gutierrez under investigation for causing the collision. Hardly surprising.
Oh, Ericsson in trouble.
Oh, Ericsson under tray damage by the looks of it. Hey guys, we're getting a preview of the next year's titanium end plates with some sparks going on. Everything's getting previewed this race. Gap down to 4.6 at the front, by the way.
Now, either Rosberg's saving a bit of fuel, or Hamilton really is just putting the hammer down. Either way,
it's not enough.
4.4 now, according to the screen.
Is that going to be a retirement for Ericsson? It's looking that way.
I reckon he's possibly damaged the under tray or done something to that. Yeah, that's probably the signal. I think it's just giving the signal. Yeah, they're telling him to cut it.
Yeah,
That's race over.
Kill. Marcus Ericsson, our 4th retirement of the day. Amazing. Sebastian Vettel's come out of it. He's only 4 seconds behind Kvyat in 9th.
Rosberg's team radio.
Yeah, it looks like Rosberg's fuel saving.
Yeah, they just said on the radio, fuel is on target, but you do not have excess. It's effectively said. I think effectively they're saying you're on target to use up your fuel, but you do not have any in reserve at the moment to kind of use at the end of the race, and that's the reason why Hamilton's closing in. So, and Hamilton's car, I think if I found 5 seconds.
Stop go penalty for Fernando Alonso out of grid position. That's a huge penalty for Alonso. That's going to cost him about 25-30 seconds.
That should put Sutil in the points.
Also, friggin' Gillen tweeting, Mercedes will lap the entire field this race. Stunning, really. Let's applaud that. Things that were never said last year.
When Vettel did that, when Vettel almost did that in Canada last year.
Everybody up to 5th that weekend, and they were like, oh, boo, it's boring. When Mercedes does it, it's like, oh, snap, how exciting.
You know what? They're building tough in Enstone.
Oh, there's Gutierrez out. Going to the Sauber pit wall. There's Bottas going around the outside of Magnussen.
Great move.
Bottas is making quite a habit of that outside pass at Stowe. And there's Alonso again. Alonso now within a second of Magnussen.
That's all going to count for nothing.
Rosberg Hamilton gap down to about 4.1 now by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yep, 4.1 in that at the end of sector 2. But yeah, by the looks of it, they've got a good shot of lapping at least into the points, the Mercedes, by the looks of it. Daniel Kvyat is 42 seconds in 9th place, back from the leader. That's nearly half a lap. No, I wonder, is that Rosberg generally being slower? Is he saving fuel, or is it Hamilton just that much quicker? I don't know.
Well, Rosberg set a personal best in sector 3, but Hamilton just trumped that with the fastest final sector of anyone in this race. So I think whatever's happened, either Rosberg is fuel saving, but in terms of what Hamilton's doing, that's genuine pace. Kvyat's into the pits.
Gap under 4 seconds. Now 3.9 over the line this time around. That 15 and 52. Alonso has not served his penalty yet. I mean, I think he's got to do it this lap, hasn't he?
Wait, don't 5 second stop and goes, you serve it during your next pit stop?
Oh, is that the case? I think it is, actually. Didn't that happen to Jules Bianchi at Monaco?
Mercedes have just said to Rosberg over the radio, obviously, let us know how the tyres are, because we may extend one more lap. Rosberg has responded, tyres are good, so they're going to go one more lap on these set of tyres.
Okie doke. Back up to 4 seconds again. Alonso now within half a second of Kevin Magnussen. Got to maximise what he can now before he's got to take that 5 second stop go. Bit of a minor penalty if you're only getting 5 seconds added onto your race time for a pit stop for effectively jumping the start.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm not the FIA. And there's Lonzanani inside on Magnussen into Stowe, and he's got him.
A huge lunge into but that might be the last hurrah before he makes his stop and go.
Where's the win?
Which he doesn't. He carries on.
Yeah. And Sebastian Vettel passed. I think that's a Caterham. He's lapping. I think actually.
No, that was Hulkenberg. I think. No, I think it was Hulkenberg.
It was Hulkenberg. Red Bull can pass people on the DRS. It's a miracle. We've made some progress.
Ricciardo's just pitted as well.
Ricciardo in the pits as well. Yeah, Ricciardo went long on that stint, didn't he?
Hamilton's got the gap down to 3.5 seconds. 3.4 now.
Praise based Jesus. Red Bull passing people on the DRS. Maldonado and Gutierrez will be investigated after the race for causing a collision.
Gutierrez now.
Well, yeah, there's pointless. He can't punish Gutierrez now anyway, and Maldonado took damage from their crash. So I mean, jeez.
We'll punish him later.
We'll punish him later. Yeah, exactly. 3.8 now the gap.
Come here, Jensen.
In front two. Bottas wheeling in Jensen Button at quite the rate of knots.
Come on, Bottas.
Hamilton's fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
This is really interesting because effectively that earlier call by Bottas trying to get around the outside of the button.
Whoa!
Ooh!
Bottas is on fire! Brilliant move. Phenomenal stuff from Valtteri Bottas.
Is into third. Where did he start?
He started from, I think, 15th on the grid, Bottas.
This is a sensational drive. Effectively, Mercedes has said to Nico, obviously, because they said that he was on target but doesn't have excess. Effectively, that's them saying, right, obviously, you've got enough fuel to go to the end, but effectively, there's no way that, in order to get to the end, there's no way you can go faster than this. So effectively, if that's the fastest pace that Renicky can run at the moment to kind of keep himself enough fuel to the end, then effectively, because we know that Hamilton is better on fuel anyway. I've seen it in the past couple of races. Whenever you look at the fuel graphic, he's usually always got about half a kilo to about a kilo worth more of fuel. So effectively, if that's the case, and Rosberg can't go any faster, then I think Hamilton's getting back into this. If you look at it, the gap is visibly closer.
Under 3 seconds.
Hamilton's team radio.
Instead of Hamilton, he's fastest man on track. Just told Nico to push hard.
So maybe that was a little bit of fuel saving that to get that out of the way. But of course, I wonder now that Hamilton's possibly he's seen the proverbial carrot that he's now going to try and chase after him. Gap is 2.8.
Yeah, so just a reminder, Valtteri Bottas started in 17th place.
Wow.
There's Ricciardo making a move on Sutil into Stowe up the inside.
Yeah.
Another DRS pass.
Woohoo! It is on a Ferrari, mind you. Ferrari's engines are pretty bad too at the moment. Now 2.5.
Wow.
Hamilton is putting the hammer down.
It's just a matter of corners. That's incredible. So in supposed to 3 or 4 corners?
Yeah.
He's brought the gap down, and so I'm not sure how much of a delay that message was, but let's see.
And remember, they've just told Rosberg to put the hammer down as well.
Let's see how much of a difference that makes then. Because if he's put the hammer down and Hamilton's still closing in the gap, then I think maybe Rosberg is at the end of his tether in terms of, not in terms of patience, but in terms of actual pace in that car. And you have to remember, it's quite staggering, the fact that, as I pointed out earlier on, Hamilton didn't get hardly any race simulations, and so effectively he's actually running on a setup that he only really developed during Friday. No, during the first Friday practice. No, sorry, during all of Friday.
Yep.
Love that. He's at 3/10 faster. It's hammer time.
Rosberg in the pits. Rosberg pits from the lead.
Hamilton stays out. Now this could be crucial.
Okie doke. Let's see what the Mercedes pit crew's got in store for him.
Now this is interesting because effectively Hamilton, he's staying at a lap longer. Now either the undercut, I'm trying to remember if this is a circuit where either the undercut works or staying out a lap longer works. 2.7 second stop, so good work by the Mercedes boys.
Great work by the Mercedes there. They'll take that.
So, what has Rosberg got left in the tank? Now he's on a fresh set of tyres. How's this going to work?
Needs a big arse out lap here from Nico Rosberg. Now, I wonder if the conspiracy theorists will continue about Hamilton and his pit stops once he boxes up this lap.
I have to admit, I think it's a huge loss. I don't think Hamilton's obviously going to leapfrog Rosberg, but I think hopefully he'll certainly get closer if he plays his cards right and he's able to put in a good, at least in lap at least.
Bottas already 4 seconds clear of Button now in 3rd place.
Crikey. Let me just check what his last lap time was. Last lap time, he's the only other man running in the 39s. Well, Ricciardo and Vettel are as well.
Okay.
So we've effectively got 5 drivers who are lapping in a sub 140 now. We've got Hamilton, Rosberg. Hamilton, fastest second sector of the race so far, so he is pushing.
Okay.
He knows what's at stake here.
Telling Bottas how long can you go? They're asking him now because that's been a Williams problem all season long. Has been their tyre wear. Again, phenomenal stuff from Valtteri Bottas at the moment.
What's intriguing is that on this fresh set of tyres, Rosberg's already pumped in a personal best in Sector 2, but that doesn't. It's still slower than Hamilton's fastest second sector of the race.
Interesting.
I'm going to keep an eye on the gap because it's currently 16 seconds between Hamilton and Rosberg, so Hamilton won't get out.
Alonso at it again. Not quite.
and Alonso still hasn't served his penalty. Remember?
Yeah, he's got to serve it on the pit stop. So.
And what's also interesting is that Hamilton has increased the gap by a tenth since I last saw it. So.
Yeah, Hamilton's
staying out. Yeah.
Okay.
Hamilton's stayed out a little bit longer, so obviously he's looking for fresher tyres near the end of the race, which is probably going to be a smarter move. Alonso will grab DRS on Button as they come onto the Wellington straight.
I think it's a bit too far back for my liking, but we'll have to wait and see here. Actually, technically, he's actually a fair bit closer on this one. He's going to lunge it. No. Oh, big lock up from Nando.
I was going to say, even though he's half a second back, this is Fernando we're talking about here. He will have a go at a move.
Of course. He looks hungry out there, Fernando. Gearbox
Rosberg radio. Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy. Gearbox issue on the downshifts, apparently.
Now, see, this is a conspiracy because they're making us think that's the problem with Rosberg's car, but there isn't.
His middle sector's still okay, though, Rosberg. Again, apparently another personal best.
So if he's got problems with the downshift of Rosberg, effectively, as soon as I heard that, I probably would have pitted. What do you reckon? I probably would have pitted Hamilton now, I would have thought maybe. I mean, even so, Rosberg's lap was still quicker than Hamilton's on fresh tyres. So effectively, I think maybe Hamilton should have pitted now. Because if Rosberg's already lapping faster than him, then he's got to get down to 15.8. So.
How long is Hamilton going? Is he going to try and one-stop this?
Well, I did hear something about they were probably going to try and do it so that... hold on, what was Rosberg team radio? Continues to look at the problem, no info on it as of yet.
On board with Ricciardo. Hulkenberg versus Ricciardo, round 2. There's something the McLarens are one-stop in them, it seems. Ricciardo, think of Canada. Come on.
Here he comes. It'll be another DRS pass. If he can do it.
Ah, attaboy. Way to go, Danny. Red Bull actually has some top-end speed this Grand Prix. Hooray!
Meanwhile, yeah, I really think that Mercedes needs to pit Hamilton because despite this apparent gearbox problem, Rosberg just set the fastest second sector of the race.
Yeah, the advantage is gone. Hamilton's got to stop now. He's going to stop.
I think they've kept him out one lap too long.
Yeah, the replay. Nice pass from Ricciardo there. Very straightforward. Good old DRS. As Alonso still can't find a way around Kevin Magnussen here. As actually, so it's Magnussen, sorry, my bad. As Rosberg sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 38.3. Hamilton's still going out there. I have to ask the question, is Hamilton one-stopping now? He's already gone 22 laps on these set of tyres.
I think if he is, I think he's making a mistake. He's making a mistake.
I don't think he's fast enough to justify a one-stop.
No, I mean, no. Ted's just said that a one-stop is about 5 or 6 seconds slower than the two-stop.
And he was already about 3 seconds down when he pitted.
No, this is the wrong call from Hamilton. He's not going to win the race if he does this.
Yeah. You know what they say about splitting strategies? One car is going to get it wrong.
And at this point, Lewis is getting it wrong, and that's not going to make the British fans happy. Apparently, Kvyat just did a really good overtake on the onboard feed that hasn't been replayed yet.
Oh, man. I'm sure we'll get that in a minute.
Hopefully.
Alonso still can't get past Jenson Button. He's being carried by the pink. The Pink Pepper campaign willing him on. He's doing a fantastic job there in P4 at the moment.
Hamilton still hasn't pitted.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He's going for one stop.
And he's lost another 4 tenths. What's Rosberg's team radio?
Rear front a little bit more, they reckon.
Bottas personal best, 139.5.
Good news for Red Bull fans out there watching. Sebastian Vettel within 2 seconds of Magnussen now, but it looks like Red Bull are 2-stopping, while it looks like McLaren are 1-stopping, so that will be interesting as well. Bottas also best in the field on his fuel by the looks of it as well. Average fuel usage per lap. Bottas is actually best of the pile there in P3. Hamilton a little bit better than Rosberg on the fuel so far.
Hamilton's been like that all season anyway, though. He's always been somehow... He had that reputation for being the more aggressive, more flamboyant driver, but even so, he does use less fuel than Rosberg, which is quite intriguing.
He probably uses lower fuel settings.
Probably allows him to push a bit harder, I suppose.
Yeah.
Still watching Alonso.
Hamilton's team radio.
What did you say?
Tyres are starting to go off.
Now you realise this.
I don't think the one-stop is a good idea, Mr. Hamilton.
No.
Yeah, he already passed the point of no return.
Yeah, he's got to ride it out now. Alonso goes inside, still not close enough. This is a defensive driving masterclass from Jenson Button right now. It's like, don't mind me.
Certainly one his dad to be proud of.
Yay! Go on, Jenson. Keep pushing, my man.
If not a podium, I think fourth will do nicely for Jenson. I think
Would be a great result given McLaren's wretched season so far. Seb's not doing too bad back there in P7 right now, considering he stopped. Alonso's still going as well, so it looks like a fair chunk of the field is one-stopping at the moment.
I think in terms of his stop and go penalty, I think apparently it's an option now that you can do stop and go penalty at your pit stop. So I think possibly Alonso is going to do his 5-second stop go penalty when he makes his stop for tyres.
Okie doke.
Apparently.
Mercedes pit crew ready.
A few laps too late, but there you go.
Oh boy. So no doubt Rosberg's going to retake the lead here.
Well, that was a given anyway. But now the question is, well, since his pit stop, Rosberg's taken 2 seconds out of the gap. But
Yeah,
bear in mind, it's only 2 seconds.
Guys, watch the pit stop. It might be an error.
Come on, we need a quick one. Come on.
Oh, Jackman was a bit slow on the end there.
Give over. What is that?
Legit called it.
Here we go again.
That's like what 3 Grand Prix in a row now or something?
Oh dear.
Or
That's
two
gonna
at
get the conspiracy theorists piping up.
Well, the first Lewis bad pit stop was Lewis's fault because he overshot the box.
Yeah.
And the gap was what 2 or 3 seconds. It's now back up to 5.6.
Yeah, Ray Jack just a little bit wrong on that one. Oh dear. That's 1.4 seconds lost on the pit stop alone. Sebastian Vettel starts to reel in Kevin Magnussen. Let's go, Seb. Nice and easy. Hamilton now 6 seconds back from Rosberg.
Oof.
Has Seb got any pace on this McLaren? It's looking quite good here. But he's got to go the long way around. No, he's got to cut back here. Nicely done, Seb. Outsmarted the rookie.
Actually, then again, thinking about it, if Rosberg's doing a 2-stopper, of course he's got to stop one more time, which basically means that if Hamilton on the harder tyre can start taking any time out of Rosberg, do you not think that puts him in a better position? Because even though that Rosberg will be on the quicker tyre, Hamilton will have he'll have a huge gap.
He'll have track position. They'll be on the same tyres, but Hamilton's got to carry this to the flag. That's the problem. Rosberg will be on much fresher rubber.
And he'll probably have a little bit extra fuel from cruising down the pit lane in extra time.
Alonso in the pits.
Alonso in the pits. Is he going to serve that penalty, I wonder?
I think he will.
Let's have a look.
Meanwhile, Hamilton's still on the radio. Don't worry about the pit stop, which is nice of him.
Oh, how very kind. Right, hang on, let's have a look.
Let's see.
They're waiting. Yep, they're waiting for 5 seconds, and off they go.
Yeah, there you go. See that? 75-second penalty.
Points regardless. 8.6, including this 5-second hold time. So 3.6 is pretty good. No, not
bad.
But,
Hamilton's on it. Even though on these hard tyres, he's setting purple sectors in sector 1 and 2.
Yeah.
He is on it.
Yeah, looks like it. Here's the replay of that. Alonso rolling beyond his pit box. It looks like Alonso was just confused more than anything else.
Well, these F1 cars have got reversed. You could have easily just reversed it back quickly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Rosberg just puts in a whoa. Rosberg puts in a 38.0, and Hamilton just goes, yeah, right, 37.1 from Hamilton on hard tyres. Hamilton wants this. He desperately wants this.
Yeah, do you think the tire's going to last as long with him pushing so hard so early?
And purple sector again. Hamilton's absolutely flying. I think possibly, even though people were calling it wrong, I possibly think that Hamilton's got it right with these tyres now. Because look at how much time he's taken out of Rosberg already. Look at this.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to wait and see if the tires hold up till the end.
I'm reading Gillen's Twitter title like his whole season comes down to this race. Which it wasn't! We're not even halfway through the season yet. Jeez! But yeah, it's still a phenomenal job from Hamilton. But the thing is, if Hamilton's pushing this hard, he still ought to do another 26 laps on these tyres. I have to wonder, can they go the distance like that?
Nigel Mansell once famously said that the home crowd adds another second per lap, effectively, and it's certainly doing that right now.
Looking that way, isn't it?
I think he's just taken literally another second out of Rosberg on that lap alone. Here comes Alonso.
Yep, as Alonso passes Hulkenberg for 8th after his longer pit stop. You know when Lewis gets in one of those ultra confident car moods? Look out, Rosberg! God,
I've said it all the time.
Pom-poms, please.
I've said it so many times. A happy, a calm, and a relaxed Lewis is a fast one. If he's all happy,
no doubt about it. As McLaren finally come in for their first stops, Magnussen in first.
Right, one stop. And looks like I think, and possibly that might not such be bad timing because I swear to God, the gap was 4 seconds.
It's now 3 seconds.
It's less than that. It's 2.3. It's 2.3.
Is Rosberg sandbagging here, or just the prime tyres, just the better race tyre here?
But I can't believe how much time Hamilton's taking out of Rosberg. This is absolutely sensational.
They're willing him on. They could see he's getting closer. The British fans getting behind their man.
This is just wait for the cheers because literally Silverstone is going to erupt. I'm going to say when, not if, when this pass happens. Because look at the pace. It will happen. Because at the pace that Hamilton's showing right now, this is the crucial point. How much time he can make up on these tyres, and get past Rosberg and then get around him. He took 2 seconds out of him that lap. That's incredible.
Has Rosberg got some kind of problem?
Oh, more gearbox problems. Problems on the upshift. It's a gearbox problem.
Rosberg's through. Hamilton's through.
Yes.
Rosberg. Hamilton through. I think Rosberg might be stuck in gear.
So that's it then.
And Silverstone's grandstand erupts. Hamilton leads the British Grand Prix. It's a dream come true.
So here we go then. It's now turned into Hamilton's race to lose.
No kidding.
Come on, Bottas.
Come on, Bottas.
I do. You know what?
Getting behind his fellow Williams man.
I genuinely don't wish any terrible luck like that on Nika because to be fair, he has run a great.
Rosberg's slowing. Rosberg's slowing.
Yeah, that's Rosberg's race done. I think, unfortunately.
Rosberg looks done to me.
Yeah.
Stuck in 6th gear. Game over for Nico.
Bottas, go on, Bottas, second place.
This is going to happen eventually. It happened to Lewis twice already.
Yeah. I think whatever happens now, even if Rosberg does get going again, that's it.
They're trying to save it. This is karma for last year, Rosberg! Suck it! Sorry, my little fan kicked in for a second there. I'm back now. Right.
Of course, what it does mean is that Bottas is now up into 2nd place. From what, 17th on the grid? And of course, something to make Dre smart, Vettel up into P3 also, with Ricciardo 4th.
Woohoo! La 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 la. Sorry. Vettel on the podium. We'll have some of that and ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. So suck it.
On board with Rosberg, what it sounded like.
Ooh, that doesn't sound healthy.
Oh yeah, that just either that just stuck or that just sounded like he for a moment he got like a box full of neutrals.
Call over anymore, bitch.
Just tweeting Gillen right now. Hey. I hate to say I told you so. So yeah, about Hamilton's season being over, you can all suck my nuts. Anyone that set up the qualifying yesterday can do one. They're gonna get away from him. I'm trying to save the engine.
Rosberg just goes, no, leave me alone, and that's it.
Out, game over.
That's no. He's taking it off and back on again. He's doing everything he can to try and get this car back into the race, but.
Trying to rock it. No, definitely not. Just try to rock it back into life.
So, barring a miracle, Hamilton's won.
What happened to Rosberg's engine?
No, that's it. It's all done. He's out of the car he gets. That's it.
What was that, Ryan? Sorry?
If it happens to Rosberg's, why not Hamilton?
Because gearboxes are independent. It's not like an MGS sphere, which is like more electronic, you know.
Hamilton's gonna be like, eh!
I mean, just because it happens to one car doesn't mean it's going to happen to the other, like in Australia.
No. We come on, look at Sebastian Vettel's season and tell me that happens all the time.
If that Hamilton right now, I would just.
So Hamilton leads Bottas by 24.8 seconds.
Yeah.
Effectively now, Mercedes Patsky now just said to Lewis, look, just don't do anything stupid, just bring the car home. Just don't do anything stupid, just be incredibly careful with it and just bring this car home. He's got 21 laps to do it. And as long as he just keeps it all in one piece, doesn't take any stupid risk, he doesn't need to. He's got a gap of about 25-30 seconds.
What he wanted. It's just that the world got what they wanted.
What was that radio for Ricardo?
Destiny. It was supposed to happen by screwing over the German kid. Fucking Nazi.
Bottas pits. Repeat, Bottas pits. Did Bottas stop earlier?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he did, you know.
So he's done 32 laps on that option tyre.
That's an unbelievable job from Bottas if he's only done the one stop.
That's amazing. And also with a 2.9 second pit stop as well. Cracking stuff. There goes Vettel into P2. Woo! Bottas is out in P3, but effectively, you remember now that Bottas is on the better race tyre. Remember, he's on the prime tyre.
Indeed, and he's been fast all weekend.
So don't count this over just yet. 20 laps. I think Bottas has still got enough left in the tank, both fuel-wise and in terms of pace.
Well, the title race just takes another phenomenal twist. If things
the gap's only 4 points now?
Yeah, it's got to be 4 points if Hamilton stays where he is, which is looking very likely at the moment.
Now with that pit stop, Hamilton leads Vettel by 41.5 seconds.
It's all I refuse to believe in any other theory than this. It's just a testament to how ridiculous that Mercedes car has been and how brilliant Lewis Hamilton has mastered it. More than anything else, I have to give the man his due. He is that first 5 or 6 laps on the hards were sensational driving.
What is that to master?
Listen. I don't like saying this stuff, alright, Ryan? It burns my soul.
Look at the tell. Oh, I have to master one of the best cars of all time. What the hot shit?
The most dominant car of the last 25 years, I would say. Last time we saw a car this quick, it was Senna versus Prost, I think back in '88.
Yeah.
When they were lapping the entire field at times.
Yeah, this is a car for the ages.
But I mean, this car has already broken down 3 times already. Well, 4 times now.
Yeah, but in many ways, so did the McLaren. It broke down a couple of times and didn't even finish a race. So
it broke. The McLaren, the '88 McLarens broke down twice, both in one race.
Yeah. Bottas now within 6 tenths of Vettel again, who's obviously nursing those option tyres. Bottas should come through pretty quick here. Hulkenberg's going to the end.
Wow. Here, and it's game on for second place now. Vettel has been caught by Bottas.
Mm-hmm. should come through, no problem. Maybe the signature passing to Stowie's been pulling off all weekend. Oh, right. Oh, Rosberg hugging the missus. Oh, dear.
Andre.
He's playing the Terminator. Yeah,
There he goes.
shut up. You have been Bottased. Ryan plays the Terminator 2 theme in the background. Well.
Go, Bottas! Let's go!
No doubt. Vettel in the pits. Yep, Vettel in the pits.
You're outside the car.
Oh, shut up, Ryan. Another pair of options for Sebastian Vettel. His final stop.
Save the engine, save the engine.
All I'm gonna say is I hope Bottas gets drive of the race.
Driver of the race? Driver of the season, more like. 17th to 2nd? Absolutely insane.
On a one stop of all things.
I'm just saying it's gonna get lost in the headlines.
Well, here we go.
Vettel's come out literally just ahead of Alonso and Magnussen. That's not where he wanted to be.
Almost forgot about Fernando.
The two best drivers in the world going head to head right now.
Oh, I must just to stick one on Vettel right now. Go on, up the outside.
No, he's not wide as well. He might let Magnussen in.
Wait on it. Here we go. It's just going to be a tossing and this team from now on.
Here comes Alonso on Vettel round the outside. Oh, he's got him! Brilliant move.
Oh, what a move! He's done it again.
Oh, brilliant stuff from Fernando Alonso again.
Keep this. Every time there's going to be a change, they'll PSP.
All right, Alonso, you had your fun. We'll come back for you in a minute.
Button back up to P4.
That's put Alonso into P5 again. Given that Ferrari car, Alonso once again proving his class. I mean,
I remember, of course, on that pit stop, he had to serve a 5-second stop go for being out of position. He's still P5. Here's the replay. Look at this. How close were they to touching? Oh, very close.
Oh boy.
He went defensive, and also remember, Vettel and Magnussen were out. Did track extend because he had a twitch in the middle of Cops.
Mm.
But they did both track extend on the exit of Cops.
Of course, Gillen says Alonso's driver of the day. Good lord. Vettel staying in range. Which puts Daniel Ricciardo now into 3rd place. Jenson Button into 4th. A Button, I'm assuming, is not stopping again. Madison's already dropped off a 2nd back already. Alonso might get Dios at that bloody Mauritia. Go on, Seb. This is what the world's been waiting to see. The two best in the world going head to head. Six world championships between them, over 70 races. This way, if anyone's missing out on Wimbledon, by the way, I can just tell you Roger Federer has won the first set, 7-6. In case you were curious. Wow, very little speed difference, even with DRS between Alonso and Vettel. Alonso going very wide.
British like that Lewis Hamilton wanted coming into Silverstone. Maybe he has got it this afternoon, although he was on an almighty charge, closing down Nico Rosberg before Rosberg.
Yeah, Alonso got the black and white warning flag for track extending.
Ricardo using a little bit more than those around him. Fernando Alonso's got a little bit more in hand, has used up less.
Bottas not only put on a great drive, but he's also the king of fuel savings there as well.
Wow, yeah, 61 litres. My word. Looks like we're back on form in terms of Red Bull being able to pass people under DRS.
Oh, big twitch from Vettel on the exit of Stowe.
Yeah, boy. It's bringing Magnussen back in as well. Out of the way, Nando!
What's also intriguing as well, bear in mind these two are battling each other. They're not actually getting close to the button, are they?
No.
Hard these two fight each other, the easy it's going to be for Button to start pulling it to carry on maintaining the gap. They're not doing. These guys aren't really doing each other any favours because they're not going to catch Button, and they're only going to bring Magnussen back into play if they carry on like this. Here he comes.
Vettel's got to move around the outside. Oh, that's astonishing from Vettel. Around the outside. Oh, Alonso blocks him out.
Oh, what a comeback.
Alonso getting hard on that defensive line. These two.
I couldn't play the film.
This is awesome. This is what I think what many fans wanted to see last year. Vettel, don't complain on the radio for God's sake.
Oh, it was a good defensive move, Seb.
It was a good defensive move.
As Arnie once said, stop whining! Here he comes again.
Again.
Here's the replay.
Yeah, I think that's more than fair to me.
He didn't put him out across the white line or over the grass. And to be fair, Vettel gave him enough room to do that. So
yeah,
I don't know what Seb's complaining about.
No.
At what point does Alonso squeeze him onto the grass or across the white line? None at all. None at all.
No.
That's a fair pass. Seb has got no reason to complain about that. If you didn't want him to defend that, you shouldn't have given so much room on the outside. Suso's having brake troubles.
Just can't get around him at the moment. Still a great drive from Seb, whatever happens today. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, ah. Still half a second between the two. Does Ricciardo go into the end, I wonder? The thing is that Button's only 4 seconds ahead of these two now.
Yeah, but 4 seconds is all you need if they're going to fight this much. I think Vettel's going to try him again down into Brooklands because he's that close.
Alonso complaining on the radio now too.
Alonso's got to do 27 laps on the medium tire. We're seeing fighting with Vettel now. And he's otherwise missed the point. Anyway, you think you can get away with that?
Just nail that second sector, Seb, and you can get him. Everyone's cheering on Alonso now for holding up Vettel because of the obvious situation of Button gets on the podium if they can't get past him. But
Is it only because Ricciardo has to stop again?
is he stopping again? That's what I'm on the wonder.
Well, that's the thing, because how does he get onto the podium if Ricciardo's not going to stop?
That might be a problem.
Hamilton radio.
Oh, who gives a shit?
That's what you want to hear. Hamilton just says tyres are pretty good, a lot of life left in them, so he's just looking after him.
Of course.
12 laps to go, so he's just in ultimate cruise mode now.
Still not close enough yet. But I've got a good run out of that last corner there. I don't think he's going to be close enough to think about a move, though.
See the Ferrari dance around the outside of the Red Bull Cops. See the Red Bull do the same thing to Alonso? No, we're not, but Alonso just keeps up there. A little bit of dust on the inside of Cops. Classic example there of how they've been off the rails they were last year. The Red Bull running just a
Not much going on here with 12 to go.
Apart from this battle between Alonso and Vettel, everyone else is just settling down towards the end. To be fair,
Pretty much.
This is the only intriguing battle that's on track at the moment.
I
mean, they even said on Button's radio.
They just gave Button time to give him the hurry up because they reckon Ricciardo will not stop again.
Well, let me look at his lap time quickly last time around. Button was faster by about 0.4 per second.
Okay.
That's not enough of a rate. The gap is 9 seconds.
The gap's 9 seconds with 12 to go. So,
but that was last lap when he time around before he was told to push.
Hamilton in the pits because why the hell not?
I'm guessing they'll just stick on another set of primes just to be careful. Yeah, another set of primes are going on. They can take the time. They can take the time with this pit stop. 3.4, nice and simple, no dramas.
Indeed, had a 40-second lead on Bottas before the stop, so not an issue at all. Looks like one stop was the better strategy in this race in the end.
Looking at lap times between Ricciardo. Whoa, that's quick. Ricciardo did a 39.2. Button's popped in a 38.6. So he's now starting to turn the wick up.
Okay.
And that included a personal best in Sector 1. Well, both Ricciardo and Button put personal best in Sector 1.
Must have given Ricciardo the hurry up. Vettel now very close to the back of Alonso's car. Still, Alonso just better out of the corners right now. A bit closer on that one. No, thinks about it.
How brilliant would it be to see both Hamilton and Button on the podium? Oh!
Oh my word, Alonso sticking that line right out there. Alonso, go around.
Not really work because Vettel's now. Vettel's going for it. He had to give him some room. Oh, these two. These two, though.
The two best drivers of the last 10 years, I would say, going head to head.
Vettel's radio. Oh, shut up, Seb.
I didn't even hear what he said on the BBC feed.
He was saying he didn't leave the space. Yes, he did.
You have to leave the space.
All the time you have to leave a space. Gap's down to 7.6 between Button and Ricciardo now.
Doing all enough of a rate.
Personal best for Button last time around, 138.5 compared to a 139.1 for Ricciardo.
Mm-hmm.
Alonso's radio. Ferrari are reporting track limits to the race investigation. So effectively, whilst Vettel's complaining, Ferrari are actually doing something about it and going, all right, then we're going to report you for track limits.
Oh, for God's sake! Petulance. This is the definition of handbags. Is that Naomi Campbell in the house? This is just handbags here, folks. Handbags.
Both verbally and on track. Magnussen radio.
Yeah. Brought on video, said Button and said on video. It was a card's width and 2 cigarette papers.
Magnussen's basically just said, go on, Kev, get the hammer down. Let's try and catch these two effectively.
All right.
This gap that Ricciardo is managing, Button will not be able to catch him. So, well, we'll see if the tyres have something else to say about that.
Alonso's lines are all over the place, but he's so smart and just giving Vettel absolutely nothing to work with here.
Away like this. And again, Alonso all 4-wheel drive.
7 laps to go here, folks. These two are now half a lap down from where Hamilton is.
Croft just basically saying he did this, he did that. Get on with the pair of you, and Vettel just goes, he did another one.
Oh God! Stop!
Speaking of stop, Hamilton must have got bored at the front because he must have thought, I'll just set the fastest first sector of anyone else. That's exactly what he's done. He must be a bit bored. Must be a bit bored at the front.
So whether they take it further, we shall see, but he would definitely see the limits right there. Lewis Hamilton leads his teammate Nico Rosberg.
You know what, fuck it. I think the team radio guys are just out to get Sebastian at this point. If Hamilton fans have a conspiracy theory, I'm allowed to have one too.
Well, hugely bad luck on your first DNF of the season. Tell us what happened, because ultimately you lost power, but with your gears?
Yeah, it was just
deliberately putting himself
Oh, look at Vettel around the outside. It's like what Brundle said. Effectively, He's parking his car on the apex and then just bolting on the exit when he puts the hammer down.
Yeah. Just giving him absolutely no room. This is a defensive driving masterclass from Alonso.
Oh, Twitch from.
Before you had that problem, were you aware that Lewis was making ground on you? Did you feel like there was a good battle?
Oh, for God's sake!
That's why it's all the more disappointing.
So, Nico Rosberg talking there to Natalie Pickett. 4 points the difference between Hamilton and Rosberg in the championship events, with Hamilton winning the British Grand Prix.
Not much going on still. Alonso just doing the job.
And another one, Alonso exceeding the track limits.
He didn't do it hot, I reckon, but what Alonso's doing is using his battery pack as defence, because you can see him harvesting towards the end of the straights. And he's in luck always under pressure. He squares the car up. He obviously then uses the electrical power to punch out short shifts so they can punch out of the corner. And so he's very
Taking
much
light to the line this time around. Little twitch on the exit.
horsepower of equivalent of electrical power.
It's a great scrap, and it's a scrap at the moment over 5th and 6th place. Ahead of them, Jensen chipping away at Daniel Ricciardo's advantage, but not chipping away enough. Ricciardo, who's been on his set of tyres since lap 15, Button has been on his since lap 28. Ricciardo running the medium compound tyre, Button running the harder compound tyre.
What's amazing, I just heard Crofty say that Daniel Ricciardo's been on his set of tyres since lap 15. And apparently he's on the medium compound tyre. Since lap 15? How the hell is he keeping that kind of gap then?
Wow, tyre wear non-existent around here by the looks of it.
Yeah, with that many high-speed corners, I failed to believe that.
Welcome to IGP, everybody.
Oh God, I haven't looked at that for ages.
Oh boy. I don't see a way around here, to be honest, Seb.
Effectively, Sebastian Vettel has become his own race steward because effectively he's kind of just.
Yeah, it's my rules. If you don't like it, you can get the F out. Oh, he's a lot closer on this one.
Yeah. He went over the curb. That's track limits. Oh, here he comes.
Oh!
Boom.
Alonso again.
That's good defensive drive. I do not want to hear Vettel complaining about that because effectively, he's back up the inside. Oh, he's there. He's got it this time. Look at this.
Got to let this. Alonso's got to give this up.
Look at this. This is fantastic.
The world's fastest game of chicken, and Vettel wins.
Inside.
Brilliant move from Sebastian.
What a fight. What's his?
That was brilliant.
Oh, shut up, Seb. You got through.
Oh boy, Seb. That was great racing. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Watch Alonso come back, because his car is faster in a straight line.
Don't even go there with me. I will kill all of you.
Let's look here again on the replay. Now then, is at any point he off the track? No, he's not, to be fair. Yeah, Bell keeps talking like he's pushed him off the track. At no point is, how close was Alonso's right rear and left front.
Honestly, it's FLM choosing to play these radio messages.
For Seb today, I swear to God.
Another one.
Oh, Vettel was over the right line. I would argue the move was already done, but maybe. And he's like, screw it. So where's the Alonso complaints?
Alonso just complained over the radio that apparently Vettel got the DRS because he used the track limits.
How can you directly prove that?
Who's behind him?
No, but it's a matter of timing, not...
So, where's the Alonso complaints? I'll wait. I'll wait, bruh.
Gap's now 5.7 between Ricciardo and Button. It's not going to be enough, I don't think, but you know, but Button won't give up. He'll keep pushing. He's on the better race time. I mean, to be fair, I mean, if he does keep on closing, it'll only be because that Button's on a much better race tyre that he's been on for less time than Ricciardo has been on his.
Oh, Alonso now begging to tell Vettel to give up the position. I don't think he's got much of a case there, to be honest.
And you can see how much of a hurry that Vettel was in, because he's already started to pull away substantially from Alonso.
And he's now within 7 seconds of Button, but it's too little, too late. Once again,
Gaps. Oh, this is intriguing. Gaps now 4.8, 4.7 between Button and Ricciardo.
Go on, Jensen! Come on, Jensen!
He's been willed on.
Let's go!
This is incredible. If Button grabs third, this would be amazing. He's absolutely on it at the moment. 4.3 the gap now. This is coming down massively. It's only because Ricciardo's been on these tyres for like what, 40 odd laps?
Yeah, he's been on that tyres for a ridiculous length of time.
And we've already said that this tyre, the harder tyre, is the better race tyre.
Yeah, clearly. Absolutely.
Gap is now, look at the times, 140.0 for Ricciardo and 138.5 for Button.
Jesus. Come on, Jensen! Come on, Jensen!
Come on, JB. Do it for Papa. Come on.
I don't think he's doing it at enough of a rate, but he's got 2 more laps to do it, and a bit. Valtteri Bottas, what a phenomenal performance!
Absolutely. You cannot fault it. He's done an absolutely sensational job.
17th for second, a range of brilliant passes as well, in the line of that as well. That might be the drive of the season. That might be the drive of the last 2 seasons from Valtteri Bottas.
And the great thing is, effectively, he got the job done effectively in the first part of the race. So by the time that everything else happened, he could simply just coast away and run his own race in second place without any dramas. So he's now two laps away. Vettel's team radio. Vettel can smell problems with the brakes, whilst Maldonado rejoins.
Oh, I might have an engine issue. Oh dear!
Oh no!
Lotus!
If that starts leaking fluid somewhere, that could cause problems.
Off he goes. He's off.
And there was that. Who was that? Was that Vettel or was that Ricciardo behind him? I couldn't tell. Button again with another personal best. A 38.4. He's got the gap down to 2.9 seconds. Oh, he locks up, but oh, this is agonising because you can see he's
you
getting.
You can see him now.
You can see him.
2.5 is the gap. It's going to be very, very close.
Oh my goodness! Come on, JB.
Come on, Jensen. Let's go. Give it everything. Empty the tank. Come on. It'll be a dream come true if we can get Jensen on the podium. Final lap for Lewis Hamilton. Nobody cares.
Team radio.
Just warning him about the oil.
There we go. Right, Hamilton can just coast now. Right, come on. Come on. We're going to get one British driver home on the podium. I wonder if we can get another. It's a big ask, but we'll certainly hope and pray.
How much has Jensen got left? Anthony Hamilton looking on proud.
Well, that's to flip the championship above the top.
Yeah, Bottas will jump up to from 8th to 5th in the championship with this 18 points. Ahead of Sebastian Vettel and Nico Hulkenberg. Button is now within 1.6 seconds now. 1.5 seconds. Come on, Jensen.
He's getting closer. Come on.
Come on, Jensen.
Come on,
Get
Jensen.
the camera off Hamilton. I don't care. Get him off the camera. We need Button here. Come on, JB.
Come on. If you want me to bring it home, just say.
This is Canada 2011 all over again.
Come on.
Come on, Jensen. I never thought I'd be saying this. Come on, Jensen.
So, on to the back straight for the final time. And who knows, this could have been Rosberg's race, but it's a race that Hamilton's going to savour. Nigel Mansell once said that the home crowd gives you a second per lap, and it certainly has given the advantage. Hamilton has wanted this victory since he grabbed his first in 2008, but after 6 years of waiting, he will head round the final couple of course. We'll check on Vettel versus Buttle. But Lewis Hamilton, Britain rejoice. He puts his hand up, and Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix.
Fast drive.
Fantastic. Now then, gap is now 1.1 between Button and Ricciardo.
He might have the DRS. He might have one shot at it on DRS.
Ricciardo.
Come on, go back to third. Come on.
Cut to third.
Come on, yes, Hamilton won. It's fantastic. But come on, show us third and fourth.
Show us third. Where are they? Where are they? Bottas gets second. A brilliant performance.
Good job.
From Valtteri Bottas. Driver of the season so far from Valtteri.
Williams. Where's third and fourth? Where's third and fourth?
Who gets third?
Come on.
Yes, Ricciardo. It's Daniel Ricciardo. It's third.
So close.
Oh, it's so close.
One more lap. Genuinely, one more lap and he would have got him. One more lap and it would have been third.
Well done, Jensen. Dad would be proud.
Well done.
Brilliant drive.
Absolutely. He was so close. I bet that it's not a podium, but I think your dad will be proud. That's as good as with that drive. And that's a Hamilton. Not only a win that not only Hamilton wanted, but he needed that. 4 points now behind Rosberg. That is now game on back in the chat. That's 25 crucial points. That's the turning point. What's his team radio?
Oh, Jesus. That's for you, John Button. Such a shame it wasn't a podium, but that's still a fantastic performance from Jensen. I just got a message on my timeline saying Bottas.
Haha, yes, I think Lewis has done Lewis has done some donuts. I think, as you're now allowed to do them now. So, I believe anyway.
Podium as well in Williams in second place, so not a bad day overall.
Just physically upset.
Back-to-back podiums for Valtteri. How about that? Well, let's see. What would that be on the Harrison scale of race reviews? Let's say about a...
Valtteri!
Valtteri, look at that! Valtteri! Look at that! That's over the... Hey, security!
So. Hey, give over. Come on.
Get off it, security!
It's his team. Why are you dragging away from him like that?
Why dragging away from his own team? Daniel Ricciardo back on the podium again. Who would have thought the one-stopper was faster? The Alonso scrap didn't help, but what can you do? At least we got a great fight out of it in the end. Well, they brought over the Austrian ring girls, clearly. Yeah, it's like bring back the Polskis from Eurovision.
Turn that milk.
Shun it.
Shun it.
As soon as he gets on that podium, that grandstand in front of him is going to erupt.
Hooray! Well, let's see. P5 in the end for Seb. Not bad. Not bad at all.
P21!
What he won in the background. Hamilton in tears.
I think that was his engineer saying about. I think Lewis was asking about Nico, and his engineer just said, "You're going to get him anyway." So I think even if Rosberg hadn't had that problem, I think they had enough confidence in his pace.
Mm-hmm. Also, quick while I'm on here as well. Thanks to Gloria Maynard, I know just especially on Facebook saying she's watching before getting ready to work. Do you not even a Formula 1 fan? So thanks, Gloria. Love you, little sweetheart. Thank you. Looking it all in really. What a performance from Hamilton there. Imperious. I think the phrase there is what we're looking for. Bottas again, phenomenal in second place. Ricciardo's quiet in that third place. One stopper made it work for him.
And the track invasion has begun.
Yep, track invasion has begun. Button in P4, brilliant job given McLaren season so far. Was very unlucky not to have third. Great fight for Seb and Alonso there for the battle for fifth. That was fun.
You're gonna push me off the step. You're gonna push me down the steps.
Regardless of getting where the best on the podium. What you've been here enough already this season. You should know by now.
Wait for it.
Bottas in second. Oh yes. And now the national anthem of Great Britain. God, your hair is a mess, Lewis. Fix that shit. Get a nice number one like me. Apparently, Alonso to the press said there was. And of course, as we all know in this sport, there is no escaping the German national anthem.
Mother wise and glorious, child of light and bright.
You actually remember the fucking words?
Because it's my school's words to the song.
Oh, okay. So say hi, Kendra.
Hi.
Hello.
Shall conquerors of your dear old Pittsburgh, alma mater, God preserve thee ever.
I don't know what that trophy is, but still.
That's not a nice trophy.
Chairman of the sponsors presents the Constructors' Trophy once again to Mercedes. Building new cabinets by the week. Correctly. Valtteri Bottas awaits the second place.
Wow, John Surtees that's not finishing second, but getting your trophy from John Surtees.
Yes, the man. The man, John Surtees.
Absolutely, what a legend.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Alan Gow gives third place. Awesome. He's the man who looks after everything BTCC.
Excellent. Who's on the podium then? Please don't be Eddie Jordan.
Well, we've got more important matters first of all.
Again, just heard Alonso. It's getting spread out. Like I said, there was no fight between him and Vettel apparently.
Yeah, right.
So either Alonso is stupid, ignorant, and/or well, that wasn't what I was going to say, but I'm not going to say it.
Or blind, because he forgot that whole straight. He was side by side with him.
Mm-hmm. Everyone that has driven for Mercedes since 2013 has inherited wins at Silverstone. David Coulthard on the podium, everybody. Or Schumacher would say, Mr. DC. Oh, they caught the bottle. Yes, Williams.
Hey.
Well done, boys. Great drive.
Because it would have been horrible if they dropped it. Oh my god.
I've seen it happen before.
It's happened. It has happened before. They've dropped it.
The depths of despair to utter joy on a Sunday afternoon. Sad for Felipe Massa with his 200th Grand Prix that he couldn't.
Ricardo threw his cap away. Well, into the crowd, but still.
Red Bull just apologised to Sebastian Vettel, saying, "Sorry, mate, we picked the wrong one there."
Wrong strategy.
Yeah, 2-stop was not the way to go. Hamilton had it right the first time.
In the sunshine, the rain stayed away. We wait now to hear from the drivers on the podium. From one two-side winner to another, it's David Coulthard to talk to Lewis Hamilton.
Good afternoon, Silverstone. Ladies, please. You may have had to wait an extra hour, but in the end, you got your British winner. Your top three, and if I can just jump up here to join Lewis.
Give him a champagne bar. He looks terrible.
Your adoring fans.
Full vegetables and stuff.
That equals your 2008 World Championship year. Now 27 Grand Prix victories, equaling Jackie Stewart. There's only one other Englishman in front of you, Nigel Mansell, who's got more wins. So tell us about the emotions of today.
It's very mixed at the moment, but just to see the support we have here, I can see everyone cheering us on through the whole race. We've got the greatest fans here, and today, just arriving today, it's you guys that really spurred me on, so thank you so much.
Well, it's a fantastic drive. You never want a competitor to drop out, but of course the battle is very hot between you and your teammate Nico. So what was the emotion when you saw him have the issue?
Oh, well, you know, at the beginning, I loved, I mean, he got quite a good gap at the beginning, and I really just tried to look after the tyres, but after that, I utilised the tyres, was catching, and then we came out on the into the harder tyre, and I was catching him a second and a half at the time, and it was, I couldn't believe I had that kind of pace. Obviously, never want to see a teammate fall behind. We wanted to really work and get those 1-2s, but at the end of the day, I really need this result, so I'm very grateful for it.
That was a great result. If I can just move along to another man who's had a fantastic result. Third in Austria, second here at the British Grand Prix. You must be looking forward to it.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we're on the right way, and like I said in the team radio, one step more to go. But I mean, the team has done so good job. You see how quick the car is. It's really well, so I was really pleasure to drive it. Still, Mercedes is in front, but we're on the right way.
Any scares out there this afternoon, or was it running like clockwork? You did some great passes.
Yeah, there was some big stuff going on. It was really enjoyed it. Yeah, the plan was to come as high as possible, as high as the pace of the car is giving the possibility. And I think we really, as a team, we made most out of it. Just feel sorry for Felipe. His 200 Grand Prix was shame that it ended like this.
Well, enjoy the moment. Your team are just down there beside you. If I can just come across to Daniel Ricciardo. Congratulations, you're third place. Australians have a good record of finishing in the podium here.
Yeah, they do.
Daniel Ricciardo, the nicest man in the world.
So it's nice to be up here on the podium. It's been a good service week in the past, so we're really happy. We just held on at the end, so I think one more lap would have been top. Jensen was coming, but really happy with the podium.
Okay, well, if I can just come back across to Lewis, and while I'm coming, the British fans, how happy are you for your British winner?
Oh, what do you think?
You as well, Lewis.
Where's the gold trophy, man?
The gold trophy?
Where's the gold trophy?
Alright, Lewis, I'll give you that. That was good.
The point situation now at the end of race 9.
I assume that we're 4 points behind now, so I think this weekend really just showed that, for one, you never give up. And I really, yesterday, it wasn't a case of giving up. I didn't think I could do the lap. I was really shocked that the last sector was so fast. But coming here today, I had my family with me, just focused, the support from the fans, as I said, just spurred me on, and I really couldn't have done it without them.
Well, it's been a great day for British motorsport. Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton.
Thank you,
to all the fans around the world. We'll see you next time in 2 weeks at the German Grand Prix. Thank you.
At the British Grand Prix, everybody.
Incredible stuff. 6 years today, and he won his last British Grand Prix.
We need the whole F1 community down there. I swear to God, we'd have a blast at this shit.
Adoring fans here
where?
British Grand Prix, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course.
We need to do that one of these days. Just get as many people in as possible.
Absolutely.
Absolutely loved it. Yeah. Chanting his name, also on Sky, Tornado, elsewhere.
we have got for you some live cricket in the form of...
Toto Wolf there, usual. He's not been poached by Sky for a change.
That's what Sky Sports 2. We've got some golf as well, the Open of France. That is the final day.
King, enjoying the Hamilton Network right now?
The first set between India gets It's Sports 2. Next up for us,
not bearable. It's slightly painful.
Nico's home race to Hockenheim, the German Grand Prix in a fortnight's time.
And Hockenheim's a circuit that Lewis actually likes. Because remember, in his World Championship year 2008, he won Silverstone, and exactly the same race after it was Hockenheim, and he won that too.
Yeah.
And then after that is another Hamilton circuit, which is Hungaroring. So, so we're definitely going to circuits that Lewis likes.
I think we all came together in the end, and the British fans, and obviously the family being here today. So I'm glad we could all do it for everyone, and Lewis delivered the goods in the end.
What a difference today, mate. So I asked Anthony earlier whether he'd spoke to him last night. Did you speak to your mother?
Oh yeah, definitely. I spent all night last night with Lewis, just trying to support him as much as I can, and having some fun as well, just trying to relax him up a bit, and today it just helped, and I hope it helped, and it showed that he got a good result. So we're happy, and it's nice to see him smiling up there. He deserves everything he gets, and it's just good to be a part of it, and especially with all these fans as well. So thank you to everyone.
Was the PlayStation out last night? When you're talking about relaxing, it was the PlayStation out. I know you two tend to. There he is. He's got the action trophy. He wanted the gold one, didn't he?
He got his gold trophy.
Hey.
We're always, relaxing, just chilling and playing PlayStation. It's just nice to finally get some time with him. Because obviously he's so busy, and I'm busy nowadays as well. So it's so hard for us to both spend some time together. And I think last night was very, very important. And it's put him in a good stead for today.
Did you beat him on the PlayStation?
I try to, yeah. Most of the time I do,
yeah. Absolutely, it's great to see. I mean, I suppose the luck was about to even up. It's fair enough that he's probably expecting at some point Nico was going to get the bad luck.
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate for Nico, but whether Nico finished or not, I think he still would have won the race. Lewis had a huge amount of pace, looked after his tyres, had a good strategy. And he came here this morning, having had a bad day yesterday, and the whole of the British fan base were behind him, and that gave him a huge boost.
The encouraging thing, I suppose, from listening to what was happening over team radio as well, he had a slow pit stop at that stage where Nico was leading the race. 2.7 was his to the 4.1. He came over that team radio, he said, "It's okay, guys. Mistakes can be made." He kept his pecker up.
Absolutely. Well, yesterday, he had a huge amount of thinking time yesterday, and it hurt. Not being able to deliver for the fans or the team yesterday, and he came back with a fresh mind this morning, and understands that mistakes can be made, and he knew he also had the pace to win the race, so he wasn't too worried, I think.
So big celebrations tonight?
I think we might crack open like a few bottles of champagne.
We're going to chill and relax. So,
no, we're not.
Well, we'll see. The champagne to be drunk. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay, let's get to the Sky Band with some Lewis highlights. Here's Anthony.
Yeah, let's see how the journey unfolded for Lewis Hamilton. I've got a side-by-side comparison between Sebastian Vettel there and Lewis on the left-hand side. At the original start, before it all kicked off, a poor getaway for Sebastian, but meanwhile, Lewis already making up ground on the approach to turn 1. Sebastian slots in there, and Lewis is already, I'm just going to rewind that actually, because already Lewis is thinking about, at this position here, to go onto the attack and sort of undercut on the inside to appear on the outside of turn 3. Here we go, round the outside now, very late braking against Sebastian Vettel. Now, this is the interesting part. We heard Sebastian complaining later on in the race about exactly this situation with Alonso. He seems quite happy to dish it out at the start compared to Lewis, but bit of a mistake there, perhaps by Sebastian. Maybe he didn't see him, but nevertheless, a great start from Lewis and already making up ground. Later on, he was on the attack once again, behind Kevin Magnussen, who just put that in on the exit of Luffield. Kicks back around the outside and then ducks to the inside and gets a great run towards Copse. It doesn't look like it's going to happen until this happens on the outside. Magnussen maybe still looking in the mirrors, unsure of when to turn in. Lewis says, well, thank you very much, that's an easy one for me. Next up was Magnussen's teammate, Jenson Button, on the run down the Wellington Straight. BRDC building on the right, the two Brits playing fair, and left Lewis to attack his German teammate, who's disappearing around Luffield at this stage. He had to work pretty hard to close up that gap, but once he sort of found his feet, remember, Lewis was compromised, don't forget, in FE2, where he had a mechanical failure and was unable to get that long run pace, that long run feel in the car, where his teammate had that advantage. So perhaps that's what sort of put Lewis slightly on the back foot there in the chase against his teammate until this happened. Rosberg on the runaround jump. Now listen to this.
We're almost still in the chat. Feel free to send some stuff along. I'm just looking at things like that post racing.
It would be that corner. He's got a box full of neutrals. His hand quickly goes to the clutch there on the left-hand side. He's desperately trying to keep the car alive at this stage. As we just exit the corner, you see the shift lights just come up. There we go. So the shift lights there. What this is the anti-stall. So that's kicked in as he's tried to feed the clutch back in. So I'm going to reverse that again and just let you hear this, because that's exactly what's going on. Clutch goes down around here. He's coasting. He feeds the clutch back in, and it doesn't like it. Right there, that's the anti-stall kicking in. So he goes for the right-hand clutch, tries it again to feed it back in, and now he's got drive. Lewis goes past on the left-hand side. That's the race lead for him. We upshift successfully for Rosberg, leaves it in 5th gear. He's on the radio at this point, messaging the team saying, what on earth's going on? Is there any kind of safety mode I can get into? As we cruise around now turn 6 and 7, still in 5th gear. Now Nico's probably inside the car thinking, what do I do now? Do I risk downshifting again? What's going to happen? Maybe I'm safe as we change another mode on the steering wheel there, still talking to the team. And we upshift, and that's what gives us another box of neutrals.
Davidson breaking shit down right now.
So that's how Lewis eventually got into the lead and won the race. So, unfortunate for Nico, but his luck was coming around, and you can't have a championship, to go this way forever. Sooner or later, you have a bit of bad luck.
Well, we're just on our way down to Mercedes, and we're just pausing just to have a peek inside Williams at the moment.
Eddie Jordan's got a flash mob behind him in BBC right now.
14 places, 16 to finish second.
Straight out of Compton.
And that was after the disaster start for Felipe Massa in his 200th Grand Prix. So making immense. We'll get in there, we'll talk to some of their key players a little bit later. But yes, let's just get your reaction, guys. 27th win, brilliant for Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, and thoroughly deserves it. He's had a lot of difficult weeks. He had the problems, obviously, in qualifying again. But again, the performance he had in the race, once he did the pit stop, was a really, really crucial pit stop and choice in the correct tyre to go on the hard tyre. And then he just seemed to be able to drag in Nico, but of course, then he had his issue. But I think after the 2 non-finishes that Lewis has had, it's fair that, or it's very unfair, but it's fair for the championship that they're sort of very, very close now on the points.
Because these Mercedes, although they're fantastically dominant, they're also slightly fragile. I mean, they are having the occasional mishap, mechanical problems. So it was inevitable, I think, that Nico was going to get one sooner or later. It's happened. We were denied seeing the battle that David was talking about, and Martin was talking about. We'd love to have seen what would happen if Nico kept going, and I think that Anthony may well have been right. I think that Lewis discovered something on the hard tyre, and it was looking very, very interesting. It would have been a fantastic battle. We got some fantastic racing throughout the field. Great to see Valtteri Bottas as well on the podium. What a shame Jensen didn't.
Well, exactly that. Very, very well set up, because so close, wasn't he, to his first ever podium at the British Grand Prix, finishing just outside it 4th. Here he is now.
But Jensen, I think 120,000 people and many more at home were willing you on for that last bit, and maybe just one more lap and you'd have had that elusive podium that you so want to hear at your home race.
Yeah, definitely.
I
think I crossed the line 0.8 behind him. And as soon as I would have got,
I'm just looking at Sky Sports talking to Jensen at the moment.
Yeah, BBC replaying their interview with him as well.
Even so, we almost beat 2 Red Bulls and a Ferrari today, so that's a step forward. But still, as you can see, compared to the Williams, we've got a lot of work to do to improve the car. It just left us standing, really, and the guys started 13th or 14th, so a lot of work needed to do by us, but I would say that we have made a step forward. And great to have a fight with Fernando out there. and then in the last stint able to pull away from him and Sebastian as well. So P4 is not so bad, and I think we should be happy with the weekend that we've had here at the British Grand Prix. Congratulations to Lewis. I said if there was one person that I wouldn't mind winning, it's Lewis, and it's fantastic for the fans and fantastic for the championship.
Given that it is a bit of a step forward and a great start from you as well, do you feel that this has come at just the right time as a turning point for the rest of your season?
Yeah, one Dennis talk shit about me.
Yeah, we definitely need it as a team. It's been a tough old year, just like last year really, but it's nice to get this result because high-speed circuits aren't our forte really. Well, no circuits are our forte, but this, high-speed circuits are more difficult for us. But today we did a good job, and
I can tell in Sky's interview that Jensen's voice is wavering a little bit every now and again.
Welcome to the Sport with Psychiatric Profile.
And a quick word on the fans, because the support was incredible today. You had all your family here and so many people willing you on.
Yeah, definitely, and I was giving maximum attack all the way through the race, but especially the last 20 laps, and I could feel the crowd, and having a Brit win the race or leading the race and one fighting for third is pretty awesome. But great support from everyone, especially the family, Jesse, and my very close friends, and the whole team this weekend. They've been great. Thanks.
Paddy, many congratulations. Just what the crowd wanted to see.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, I think that was a popular win, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I very much do. But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I
mean, we want both cars home, obviously, but
it's not that he messed up Vettel's strategy. They boxed him so early on those medium tyres at the start.
Themselves out in the course of the season.
Yeah, and we've had to tell that.
Actually, if it ain't him, it might as well be Danny, right?
From the back
Well, Red Bull's a Red Bull, isn't it?
With his failure in Australia. So, a couple of times I've told him that it's a long season.
Still, fifth isn't bad. It's not bad at all, given his form this season.
So just, do your best at each race. And we've seen that today, the luck went the other way with the car failure on Nico's. So, from a championship point of view, it's all there to win, isn't it? With just 4 points between them now.
Yeah, shoes on the other front. Just have a look. Yeah, we've got some shots of Nico Rosberg here. I know that Niki Lauda went in and had a chat with him soon after. We saw him with his fiancée as well, and obviously disconsolate. Just a quick word, I suppose it's exactly that. You've got two very competitive drivers, two very good drivers who are going to battle. It looks all the way, and he's now going to pick himself up, Johnny Figgis.
Well, it has, with the advantage he came into this race. It was looking very, very sweet, but at the end of the day, I suppose this was always going to happen to him, unfortunately. But I think it's showing, probably, I don't know if you agree with this, how fragile these cars can be.
Alright, I think this will be wrap this up. I think we're pretty much done here. Dream. Unfortunately, it wasn't the classic of Canada, but let's be honest, it probably wasn't going to be anyway. And we had a 1 hour delay, which was nuts. So we've been on the air now for 3.5 hours already, crazily enough. So thanks to everybody that stuck around. Only 70 now, so yeah, we'll go off the dog things now very much. But over 20 of you guys are watching throughout the race, so thank you all so much for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Watch it back with your mates if you get a chance. And obviously special thanks to Scott and to Ryan King as always for joining me. Until next time, I'll catch you guys next time.
Which we worked out to be the best, quickest way to